The NA region is calling for the best duos from the region to pick up the money. It's up for them, and besides the best duo obviously here being at the desk, it is Toby and me, GRunner. Obviously we're also joined by Parla, who's just waiting to finally get his shot at the show. Welcome to Wingman Series 7 and the grand final for the North American region.
Yeah, it's going to be good, it's going to be fun, and I've seen the lineup of teams, and whew, there's a pretty good bunch.
You heard that?
Pretty good bunch
you heard
in
that?
there. Yeah.
I just heard it's also South American region.
Yeah, North and South American.
I'm absolutely sorry, because I said in the last show I totally love the South American region, how they play. So I feel devastated right now that I kind of skipped you guys in the intro. It's obviously North America and South America, and I hope for one of the South American teams to win because they deserve it after what we saw in the Latin American series.
But they are going to go up against some duos, some well-known duos too, of a pretty high caliber. But then again, I like to see sometimes some of this maybe unseen talent, because what tends to be the tendency is that you'll prep yourself for the teams you expect a lot from, but then there are some of these underdogs that have the equal amount of talent that maybe just might be that famous and whatnot, and they'll just come in from the side and swoop everyone. So I think there are some, I mean, off of what we had the pleasure of casting a lot of the Latin American Masters together, there are some guys coming out of that tournament there that will indeed be able to put a fight to the best.
They were impressive there. And if you wonder if how can that happen that we actually forgot one of the regions, it's because we're pretty far at the end of the series. Let's bring it up on your screen how everything played out here in Wingman Series 7, and then you will understand, because obviously week 1, 2, 3 is when they all still played in their own regions, so North America and South America. And now we have the best 32 teams joining us for the grand finale today.
Also got to keep in mind that all these weeks has been BO4, BO4, BO4. Now, 6 games, guys. 3 games on Miramar to start things off, and then we are going over to Wrangell for the final 3. And as you can see, our local time is an enjoyable 3:03 a.m. So we're having fun. And of course, the point system, for those of you guys who haven't been watching along so far, 2 points per kill, adding it up to a total of 10 kills to earn yourself that win in equal amount of points.
That is true, and kills will be important. We saw that on the previous one, because obviously earlier today, or later, depending on where you look at it from the world.
It would always
what
be
do you
earlier.
think now is basically here for 3 a.m. is either pretty late or very early, and we had the European finals, and the winning team there scored 111 points.
Yeah.
And they definitely not did that with just winning. They also won.
Oh, no, yeah.
But a lot of killing involved here in the Wingman series to actually make it to the top. And you need to be consistent. When talking about consistent, we need to know which teams are actually going for that. So let's have a quick look, and Toby giving us all the insight on the teams being with us.
This is a interesting lineup. To me, it looks like the European teams. So
no. They just all went for the same names.
They just all have the same names and logos.
Yes.
Yes?
It just happens. You know, in esports, there are not that many names. You know,
this looks different. This looks different.
Yes, that looks more like teams we actually saw before here.
And for those of you guys who might have been watching some NPL action, the North American, actually just the American Pro League, you have Envy, you have Sharp in there, you have Valsarius, you have United, a lot of very familiar logos. But do not keep out FK Team, Team Singularity, all these guys from the South American region. They are very, very, very capable when it comes to fragging out.
Yeah, Team Singularity are just coming off a win in the Latin American Masters.
They'll be coming here. Not here, but to Stockholm.
Here? Yeah, like here? At least as the right city. Not the same place, probably. They will not end up with us here in the studio. But yes, they had their big win already, and they would like to add another one tonight here in the duos. Also, Ronaldo and Rivaldo, that is a very good duo.
That's a very good football
the Lazarus guys, never forget about them.
No. A lot of, as I said before, very, very talented guys coming into play. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen, because we've seen South American playstyles, we've seen North American playstyles, we've seen a lot of European stuff, CIS stuff, and now I just love when we get to mash things together more. North America, South America squaring up against one another here, and what we've seen in squads for some of these guys, we saw in the year earlier today how some of the guys that play normally in the contenders and the Pro League stuff, how they do things differently, sometimes in duos. Like, they like to loot the same places, but they'll change things up when it comes to duos as far as how they go about their fights. Teams that can be extremely passive, maybe, like known for being passive in their playstyle as a squad, they can have those 2 players that, oh my god, we don't have the two passive guys with us anymore. Let's just go full YOLO on this one and
No
start
one to
killing
carry
everyone.
around to the win.
Exactly. So they can just go full aggressive on it. It's great. And well, I mean, now you guys
I
get
just
to
want
watch
to
your
see
whistles.
if the South American teams are still as pushy as they had been in their own region, because that could be something that could catch the North American teams off guard.
Yeah,
there.
could be.
We'll be having our first plane, obviously, as Toby told us already earlier, we're starting on Miramar. That we do 3 times, and then we head over into a more green region and paying a visit to the classic map of Aragon.
Yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun to see how things are going to unfold. And most importantly, it's going to be great to see which of these 64 players, I was going to say 16 teams, but we have 32. 32 teams. Well, I'm too squad biased.
I liked how you saved it, though.
63 players will be making their way out on top. Because I honestly cannot say. There is... And it's not just to praise the lobby overall. It's just like the average level here, just like we saw the other one. It's just too hard to tell previous.
Let's quickly maybe move through the South American side, because we know that like North America, due to the Pro League, also it's a region that most people follow. We saw already, and we have here on screen, BRC Rusty Zero.
Yeah.
So we had him and obviously his teammate, that should be Rasputin. There he is. Playing in the Latin American Masters, and they were kind of behind expectation. They had their highlight moments. They definitely they can be on top if they play to their strength all the time. And it will be interesting to see today if they can actually catch up to what they kind of lost when they had it into Latin American Masters.
We will have to see if they can step up, rise to the occasion, and get themselves a well-earned top placement here. I mean, I'm sure they're capable of doing so, but of course, as we said so many times up until now, we'll continue to say the level of play is high, so you cannot take anything for granted. Circle, though, did go west as we see the fly.
Wow.
He's spending more time in air than on ground with that
doesn't
bike
need
right
tires,
now.
man. We could just replace them with something
That is
else.
some impressive drive in. Of course, it is a
I love how he doesn't even look for it. It's like, look, Mom, I'm cool. That's the steering while driving move out of Too Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I was going to say where he looks to the one in the passenger seat all the time. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. But there's no beautiful girl next to him, so I'm not sure what he's doing. But he found a VIN. We also had him in the Latin American Masters, if I remember correctly. That's Boss Esports.
Vinny is driving off on his own, trying to get some loot. And I think
this kind of looks like...
I mean, Snakers has a Snakers has a weapon. Snakers actually has a UMP in his back, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yep. Has a UMP, jumps out, starts shooting, hits one shot. Is he going to chase him? At some point, you have to figure... I mean, at some point...
Face the fact that you not get this one.
Also, the fact that Vinny's teammate... Oh, he's still flying. I was going to say his teammate is going to come and rescue him, but I think it's going to go the other way around.
This now really looks like Paris-Dakar, you know, when they go through the desert with all the different cars and motorbikes. That's basically what they do. They're going in circles now.
This is content, Snakers. This is...
Snake is not giving up on this one. It's like, Vinny, I got your ass.
In all honesty, there's a bigger chance that he flips with a buggy than he flips a bike. Like, it's a little easier to control the bike, but God-Zero now does have a weapon, so if Vinny can just bait him for long enough, there's a chance. Is this the quit? Does he quit now?
Yeah, I think that is the moment where Snake is...
but
it might not be on it! God-Zero takes down Snakers after all the seconds.
Don't finish him. Don't finish him. Let him bleed. Let him bleed.
Too greedy early on here in the start of the final.
They have to run over and BM him now. They have to run over and BM him.
It would be great if he gets the bike.
Don't punch him.
Get the bike.
Oh, they just punch him. Okay, fair enough. Ice Cream Man approves. Ice Cream Man approves.
Ice Cream Mon with Burger.
Maybe
Burger Buddy.
Icy Man and Burger Man.
It's Burger Buddy. Burger Buddy and Ice Cream Mon.
Okay, that's the new one.
That's what they do. I want you guys to make this a thing.
Snakers. He just he got denied. I guess you could say pretty easily.
In your face.
He got denied by the boss guys.
I'm absolutely sure it was like when he died.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a lot more to do there. He'll be joining forces for Game 2 in a moment. Whenever this one is over, Pum and Loki's, they'll be making their rotation on in. Purdy is already sitting well in it, one of the Lazarius representatives. And then they have Mufasa trying to, well, I mean, he has to make his rotation at some point.
Wait, is the team Poma and Lokix?
Yeah.
I was hoping for...
Oh, for Panda?
Yeah, sure. It's like, after what happened in Latin American Masters,
those two guys were the heavy hitters as far as shooting goes. But then again, I mean, you never know what happens when you put people in a duo sitting. Moody and Venerated from Envy. Seems like Venerated hasn't
pretty quick.
He's just there to shoot. He's not going to hesitate, but Moody is in a position to shoot back, and that could potentially mean they jiff a Loki, but seems like they will just say, you know what? Now they know that we're here, we know they're there, and we can take somewhere else off of it.
That here would be a fight that's definitely known to the guys. BRC versus Singularity.
Yeah, it's happened a few times.
On the other hand, Singularity will have great memories about it since so far they always came out on top with low kicks. That was close. I'm pretty sure the buggy won't fit in that door. Don't try.
So he misses 5 bullets in a row on low kick, who is like not standing still, but practically, and then he like double taps pumped immediately after while he's driving. That's sometimes those shots are just too easy to hit.
Yeah, it's like that's when I play pool billiard. I don't do the easy ones.
When you play what?
Pool billiard.
Oh, just pool.
Pool. Is it just pool in your
or billiard?
language?
It's 2 different things, I think. Pool and billiard is 2 different things.
No, that's snooker.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, nevertheless, I'll give you an indication of that. It's easy.
It's fun though.
I never do the easy ones, but the super crazy ones,
like
they
the ones
kind
that
of
don't
work.
even make sense.
I guess that's the same for him here. It's like he doesn't hit the easy shots, while Caps is kind of on his way.
I'm the type of guy that can knock a guy out of a vehicle with a Kar 98, but then once it comes to finish him, when he's knocked and prone in the middle of a field, then I miss the first 4 bullets and someone steals the kill. Yeah.
Someone steals the kill. That's even worse. It's like, yep, and someone steals it.
That's
too bad.
Yeah.
I'm Arello on top north with his teammate. And what else do we have? Eddie Stick is also up north. Winnie is still around after being chased for the first minutes.
Look at the circle center here. It's like a big pile of players. There's so many people opting to go center early on that pretty much no matter where this one hits, if it goes center, it's going to be even more cramped. If it goes away, somehow all these players have to agree on like who leaves when and how do they path this so they don't run into each other.
They all leave at the same time.
Yeah, which leads me to believe it's going to get rather chaotic no matter what happens, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see that everyone is nearly in the center of the circle already.
Yeah.
And we're pretty early.
I mean, it goes to show that they prioritize the rotation, and it makes sense, too, because it is a far western shift, and honestly, I mean, there's not a whole lot to play for. You have Montenegro in there, of course, the city itself. But do you really want to commit yourself to a town in Circle 1?
Oh, look at Lampalot. He really wants to take those shots. Wow, he dropped Vinny.
Double tap.
Immediately, and he killed him even.
No counterplay to that at all.
Will Boss Esports be able to respond to that? I think GOT0 was not really ready for that. Obviously, Chrisdom falling to Snowbird.
Can I be slightly offended that Winchester Outlaws play with M24s instead of Winchesters?
I'm okay with that. But does that mean that Czech shooter needs to shoot with Czech weapons only?
I don't think there are any. I don't think there are any in this game.
No, you would need to know all the different.
Yeah, I mean, I know all the weapons. I just don't really know their origins.
Yeah, where they're coming from.
Yeah.
So where's the Orc coming from?
I'm gonna say France because I don't know.
Orc?
I have no idea.
Steyr? No, that is
Austria. That
Austria.
could be. Austria. I was going to say German. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
and they actually do tractors. They do tractors.
Tractors?
Tractors and weapons, because it's obviously the.
It's a combo.
It's obviously what you do, right?
Farmers with automatic guns. That's. Yep. That's Miramar.
They do. In Germany, they sell a lot of tractors. And first time back in the days, I saw their logo right next to a karting place. I was so confused. I was like, "Do they sell weapons here?" Then I realized it was tractors only.
They have to be very specific. They have to be very specific about that.
Just Steyr and
Steyr.
having the crosshair logo. Nothing else. That's what they have for the trucks as well.
They're very good at aiming those trucks.
Yep.
Seems like Lasarius 2. Don't get fooled. There are 2 of them. The entire Lasarius team is playing in the tournament here. They have found themselves some rotations, and well, at least for now. They managed to make their way around, but they'll have to make their way even further, because look at this next circle. And it seems like we're back to bait crates again. I don't think this crate, whenever it lands, is actually going to be accessible by anyone. It's going to be in that whole, inaccessible territory. Lawrence, he's...
Kickstart, he already picked up one, and he wants the second as well. Seems like they're really off to a good start. Sharpshoot, that's his teammate. Ooh, come on.
One more. There you go.
There we are. Lauren Asit dropped, but his teammate is right behind that. Nayluk, and A-Luck.
And
is going for it.
That means he doesn't get the rest up, right? If he has NA luck.
Yes.
I don't know if
Is
NA
that the
luck is
same?
positive or negative.
Yeah, it's like NA luck on most games is kind of negative,
Is
I feel.
it NA luck if you're really, really lucky, or is it NA luck if it's bad luck?
That's a good question. I'm pretty sure that
We have
chat
to let
can
the
answer
chat
that.
answer. Yeah, chat answer us. If we say NA luck, is it then bad luck or is it really good luck? We'll find out. We'll find
I'm
out.
not sure if Kickstart really wants to be where he is right now.
Yeah, his teammate isn't there to help. I mean, he can support him from below, but because it's uphill engagement, then he won't be able to have the angle probably if he looks around the corner. But you can see the placement they're in, like the position they have. If they can take that position away from the opponents, then that would be an extremely good spot to sit in right now. Frogman, he's tapping, and boom.
Yeah, Shinboy definitely not in one of those favorable positions.
Not really. He would argue, no.
Yeah, DT Zor had some good moments during the American Masters. Still looking though for his big breakthrough here, and also at the Latin American Masters. It's like it was always there, kind of lurking, but it never really, not everything fit together for them.
Reeler and Shinboy, they need to either get some new vehicles or find somewhere to lay low, because
I think they're just waiting at the street for someone to pass them and then ask for a ride.
Just like, hey guys, can we get a ride to the circle? Lamberlot took one to the face. Treach is fortunately there to get him back up on his feet, and that should mean that FPS is I was gonna say he's gonna be able to get his mate up too.
DT Zor find a reload.
Oh, we found him in the street.
Yeah, probably they're still waiting for a car to come around,
I think
or
they
Cap or Uber.
Push her on for the flush, and that's exactly what happens there. Gets the nade on in. Shinboy, though, still alive on the other side. Psychopatha gets down Venerated.
Yep. Fell to Psychopatha. That's the first kill to the Brazilian Crusaders.
Yeah, exactly. The latest pickup for Crusaders as well. They used to have Rachua on the team, but making things right. Holy cow!
What a dinner for him.
That is some SLR tapping right there.
Yeah, he had everyone lined up in front of him, waited for the right moment to start shooting, and it paid off for him. That's a double.
That smoke came to kind of pay off for them instead of the opponents, because they had no idea that he was just sitting there holding the angle because they were hiding behind the smoke. That's unfortunate, but of course, that's just the way the cookie crumbles every now and again. GotZero will go down as well. So Boss will indeed be eliminated. They had a good fight with in the beginning of the game.
Feels like a way quicker start than we had on the European side.
I mean, also the circle is shifted
that's
crazy to the west, right? So you can see right now, I mean, teams are rotating miles out in the bloom. We're only 12 minutes in.
Shinboy still on the street and still kind of testing out his luck. With Frogman, there's DT Zor that killed his teammate. Handy who finds a Shrimsy.
Who?
Handy.
Oh.
I'm not going for that the second time, man. Happened last time.
I'll get you later.
Probably. The later it gets, or the earlier it gets, depends on.
Exactly.
Look, they're all the Steyr tractors.
Yeah. This is, oh my lord, we go north again. These circles, they're just going from, I mean, I guess had it gone south, it would have been equally bad. So this is one of those pest or cholera at this point. But up here, we get a hilltop that's inaccessible. We get the edge of El Pozo. We get a huge open field around Montenuevo, and then we get most of Montenuevo on the southeast side too. There's no place you can play this circle where you can have like, oh, I'll just rotate here for the next one. Like, you're sitting, wherever you are in this circle right now, you're sitting and you're saying, oh, please let us get inside the next one. Please don't let us get inside the next one. Lowboy, though, he's going to go down. Wolf is there to help, but it's not going to matter.
Yeah, Lowboy, I think you risk a bit too much when you started shooting at Wolf. Disciple made sure that you paid for that. His entire team flushed and saw Roth from all the way back.
Stolen. They secure themselves a kill there. They already got their second, so that's 4 points in the bank. Early on in the game, Moody goes down too. That's gonna be Venerated or Movin', I guess is their name here. Out of the picture. Movin'. Oh yeah, obviously because there are multiple enemy teams as well.
Yes, there are like two, three. No, two.
Oh, yeah, just two.
Just two. Could have been three.
I don't think any team has 6 players on their active roster.
It's like 4 plus 2 subs. It's not really that unlikely.
In any
case, not that likely. Never mind though. Sock, he goes for a double. Look at this. Yeah, Black.
Also, goodbye.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, we're hitting that 3:15 marker. Where,
I wonder if that's every time about time. Next time I need to.
I'm feeling bad in advance for all the guys who will watch me Impala for the last 4 games. We're gonna have so much fun, guys. You will love it. You will love it. Player 1 Black, they're currently seeing themselves on the top with 3 kills, but they lose treats and kind of return of all of it. Lambalot, I don't think he's going to be in a position to help, but Poem, oh, that's a shot you don't want to miss. Wow, that could have been a great trade-off. Had them lined up there, but did not hit that shot.
Yeah, Poma definitely unhappy about that one, but still better than getting caught there. While Simplicity is facing Show there on the other side. That grenade is not hitting anyone. Lopes want to check out what's going on.
Thank you, Observers. I was confused about that explosion. Like, how the hell did he not take any damage from that?
Yeah, I was expecting him to be there.
But the titanium wooden boxes, they shielded him perfectly.
It's just really, really good wood.
Yep. I will let you off with that one. Crusaders, or at least one of the two, trying to hold off against their fellow region men in FK. Seems like neither of them really want to aggress on this one, though.
Yeah, FK really showed us what they're capable of during the Latin American Masters. If they only do half of that today, like with gut rotations and picking up players left and right, and they could be a contender. Oh, Hendy was running right into Respu. He's finishing him. Nope, that wasn't enough. Hendy, who was still alive, a hat shot onto Mufasa. Now Mufasa really wanted to push immediately onto Respu to maybe punish him for that, but look at Respu, how aggressive he is.
We're seeing a lot of damage coming in across the leaderboard as well, or the kill feed. We saw Lasarius pop off and get themselves a couple of kills. Good performance in there. Minifridge got himself a knock onto one of the Lasarius players too. So damage being done all over the place. And now with the new circle popping, a lot of teams will have to make that inevitable rotation. See Purdy Curdy and his teammate. Of course, there are two Lasarius teams too. So guys, don't be confused because the logos are the same. Multiple teams play under the same organization.
Sharp shot. Yeah, he gets those sharp shot right to the face and to his chest.
And it was in 4K too.
That's good to know, man.
Yeah.
You know that we should really be afraid of esports shows going 4K, right?
Yeah, because
none of us looks good enough of a 4K, man.
Talk for yourself. Pat Caps almost had it. That was a really, really close one, but in the end, not gonna happen. Unfortunately, even his kill was stolen, so did not get anything more out of that one. That was unfortunate. Unfortunate scenario, but Runner gets to stay alive. You have GRunner, Runner, and Runner. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's my team. I manage them. Cassin finds Frank Da.
Frank the Tank?
Frank the Tank, yep.
That's what I'm... Or Frank the Yank. I don't know what...
Probably Tank.
7 is a T, right? Or is it a J? I don't know.
Or T?
I can mean 7 Obi.
What?
Instead of Toby.
Oh, that grenade!
That's a nade.
Yep, finishes off for another kill. And I saw that the BRC guys, they're already on 4 kills. A really strong start for them into this.
They've starting popping off here in the midsection of the game. You see Baby Beans and Minifridge. They'll be, well, I mean, they got quite a stack of vehicles down there should they want to use them. But I think we're at a point in the game at which...
selling them?
Yeah, well, that could be a thing. I think we're at a point in the game at which drive-in is not really going to pay off the way that you probably want them to.
He still sits there.
Still down there.
No,
and
really?
you can see the guys above here. I mean, they have a perfect... Technically, a perfect look down
right?
towards
like he went there again. You can't tell me he's still sitting there.
Yeah, Aloe, he spotted guys for sure. And he knows Taylor is up there too. Not that far away, but he's a solo player, so really got to play this one smart. FLG, Cassin, they're going to go down as well. That nade is going to blow up right on top of him. Holy cow! Now I see where it comes from. That one was right on the money.
Oh, I liked how you said today, that's definitely not my phrase. I don't say holy cow that often, and then you go for it at the first chance.
That was insane, though.
Yeah, that grenade, I mean, it was beautifully played from the top. It really just fell right onto him.
But it's not over yet. Aloe still has one more to take down. Guys, it's on the other side. Baby and Minifridge both get taken out. That one equally good in return. And most importantly, sure he gets the kill, but he gets to res back on up his teammate. Hopefully no jinxing and no long-range taps coming in from the side there. Seems to me like Taylor is safe. And guys, well, I mean, they live to see another day. Or at least another circle.
That was obviously not what he planned there. Can't even flush out the enemy. So that our missed opportunity on 2 points.
So much nading for nothing.
It still was a great nade, though.
Indeed it was.
finally gets involved.
Hey, he hit something.
And he actually went somewhere else.
to
Not
then
really.
go back where he
He's
was.
kind of still there.
To then run back exactly where he was
He
sitting
really
before.
likes that spot.
Well, I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's a good comfort. Unfortunately for him, Lopes was there to deal the damage needed. And again as well, I mean, that's the thing in duos, right? Because once you lose that teammate, you're on your own and you're all of a sudden forced to just hold your horses. You can never go aggro unless if you have a really, really, really good angle on someone, where it's like guaranteed you'll get the kill for nothing. Other than that, you pretty much always have to play it safe. Mime, he has to run down towards the compound now.
Yeah, they need to move because they have EU behind them.
Yeah, exactly. Lambalot, Lopes, they're continuously shooting out across the field. Lopes get himself a second. Guys gets himself one more as well.
And that was a quick one, so they knew that they had to move since there was a team behind them, but they also went into Lopes, like right into his crosshair again, walked in there, and he said, "Thank you." Took the two points, and obviously another 2 points go to United.
Snowbird's been on the run for quite a while. Frank went down earlier, and when we saw him tank a bullet or tank a nade to his face, well, he's been chilling in the back here for a while. Lopes and Check though, they've been shooting for a while too, so maybe he can get himself a good position. Did he just backflip?
Hey, if you would have now shot kickstart and killed him, I would have lost my mind.
Mid-air, that would have been absolutely amazing.
It's like, what is that? Is John Wick in this as well?
Backflipping. You can open doors with nades cooked in your hand, by the way. In case people didn't know that. Nade should be on the money, though. Oof,
bit too far, like it rolled too far.
A bit too far.
Oh, kickstart is not going for it? Nope.
Yeah, he has to disengage on this. He's one solo in a compound with 3 teams. That's probably the smarter play to pull here because he's a solo player remaining.
Is that grenade hitting?
No.
No. Oh, it
did hit him.
That was, you know, those fire and forgot rockets? That's how it looked like. He was just like throwing the nades, like, oh, this will take ages. I will better get going.
Might as well just get a move on.
Yep, Psychopatha has to be picked up by Gubin, his teammate. So BRC guys need to get out on top. Sock finds Lampalot.
In the end, he will go down. They tried their best. They got themselves a lot of kills with it too, but not a whole lot more to it than that. PDS now, then we got a chance to push up towards Eddie, and they do manage to secure the kill. That's 6 kills now. If a prones don't snake, and sure they don't, they go full aggro and start harvesting.
I like that. I want to see them in the end if they really don't snake.
Yeah.
See that? Oh, that is a shot lined up by Taylor. J gets involved first. Who gets the knock, though? It is Taylor J. Oh, you also got the kill because the teammate was already done.
Last bullet in the chamber gets the job done.
That's one of the Lazarus teams out. Is the second Lazarus team also gone already? It's FK, it's BRC.
I've tried to keep track of everything, but I'm actually not sure if they're still alive down towards Monte.
So we have been in this
I'm pretty sure the other team died as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
All right, so we're down to the last 10 teams while Rusty Zera finds Ghost Kickstart. And with that, Sharp Start is out as well.
Yeah, Kickstart, he tried to hard it out as best as he could, but there were clearly a bit too many teams in that compound for him to feel safe. And down he goes. Guys trying to hold off the angle. They know exactly where these guys are on the other side. No nades in hand, at least not for him. I don't think Taylor has any nades remaining either, but a lot of damage done. Mufasa goes down. Yep, no nades for Taylor. No first aids either. They need to get some loot off of these guys if they can.
Oh, interesting how everyone gets involved now.
That angle.
BRC had EU and obviously also who was involved? The FK was involved as well. So that was a 3-way fight here.
These are
Love that crate.
It's maybe if you put up a pickup truck, you can vault up on it and then jump up on the roof and loot. But who wants to
Dirty Zin
like
hits with a grenade and wants to sends one to Poma as well, but Poma. Oh, Lopes actually stole that one. Yeah, Poma finds Dirty Zin in return.
Did not see him at all inside the house there.
We know what Poma is, a machine. If he's really in the zone, Sock will have a short life, but we'll see if that pays off now. And no, it's Sock having the upper hand.
And gotta give it to Sock and his team. I mean, sure, he just lost his teammate there, but he got himself 5 kills this game already. And we only got 6 games to play in total. You want to come off to a good start. Honestly, you cannot slumber around the first 2 games because at that point, if you want to win the tournament, run is pretty much over already.
But we also know that if you start with a win and let's say 10 kills, then the next 2 rounds you can kind of step back a bit, just go for placement and have a look if one of your opponents is in the top 5, and if you have to push for kills, or if you are just good with being around.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I hope so. That's why I said
I hope so. I like to think I'm smart sometimes.
Oh, come on, give me a chance, man. Rusty Zero being dropped by Taylor J. So United still on the way to stop the BRC guys.
This is going to be an interesting push too, because the circle just sent it up and it's going to force everyone out into the open. Sure, you still have the guys Simplicity on the west side. They can cross on over. The rest comes in immediately. Raspu 1v2s that one whole. Wow.
Easy.
That was impressive. Chaotic, but impressive.
Yeah, I really like that. I was like keeping the cool, pushing the trigger and getting it. Roth, he had that long kill that we saw earlier. Now he wants to add another one. That's not super long, but still a bit of distance to the BRC guys. That's Psychopata.
Gubin. Very impressive. Crusaders in it for now, but 1 nade can make the difference. And ooh, just a bit short there. Lopes gonna go down. That's a bullet to the face. Handy does go down in the end as well, so that should give Crusaders all the room in the world on the northern side.
Yeah, we obviously always say Crusaders, but there are two duos.
Oh, there are also two Crusaders teams, yeah, of course.
I mean, there's Rusty Zero, and then there's a team around Psychopata.
Yeah. The Winchester gang, they're going to go down and out. Snowbird was eliminated, but he did manage to get down Lopes with him. So what was plenty of room for Western play before. It's now just one player remaining. You see Czech is all by himself over there. And, well, I mean, if this last circle does shift east, then that cross over the road would be, if not impossible, then something close to it.
Sok had a quick look at Raspu, but gets tacked.
Yeah, these smokes, they are kind of revealing his position.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was really a good decision.
I mean,
to go for the first one immediately.
It's either that or go into the field with a flag saying, I'm here.
No, I'd rather go for the flag. Roth finds Gubin.
That is why you're not a competitive player.
Probably. It's like, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Roth, he's really dialing in on those shots right now. But unfortunately, can't drop Sok.
Did he spot? No, he didn't. They know that Czech is still on the other side of the road, and this is a perfect position for Zenit to just hold him off. Let's see, though. Last circle. Will you get to stay on this side of the road for a little while longer, Czech, or will you have to make that inevitable cross on over? It's going to have to happen at some point, no matter what. But we'll see. Nope, it happens now already. End game will be in the middle of this field. And I'm interested in seeing how creative people will get with, with trying to make a spot out of a spot where there is no spot.
Yeah, there's not much to play with. That's true. Interesting now if Sok will ever start a snake. Obviously, pros don't snake. He's now on the last circle. Raspu is... Why are you laughing that hard?
It was not at all related to anything you think you said.
Oh, good. I was really confused by now. I was like, what did I do? Psychopata gets eliminated by his teammate, Rusty Zero. But obviously, they're two different duos here.
Yeah. Playing under different flags in this tournament. Sok, he has 5 kills already, and we've already seen him, what he can do with the M24, but he will need to land some really good shots and then some more if you want to stay in it, and he does! Unfortunately, Kento isn't really the guy that's shooting at him right now. That's not where the pressure is applied. Right now it's the Crusaders, and he gets a headshot more! What the hell?
On Rusty Zero is still going strong. He even hits Raspu now. Or is that Raspu being tagged from somewhere else? No, he takes it! He takes another one. He's up to 7 now. His team is on 9. There's only another 2 now that keeps him away from the win. Czech shooter, he's obviously alone. And Zenith Esports, but Pro Stone Snake. Sok is giving us a show right here. Zenith Esports gets rid of Czech shooter, so it's down to 2v1 now. But Sok, he probably counts for 4.
He can, I mean, I am beyond speechless. Because it's not only the other guys failing hard, I mean, it's not even like that. They're really talented players, and he just completely wrecked them.
And he sits in the middle already. He knows that they need to come his way. Kind of hears them. You see him.
He's prone on the dot right now.
Yep.
Like, the circle will land on him in 2 minutes and 39 seconds.
Not exactly. But he's close.
Okay, it's like a half meter away from it.
Oh, they think he's somewhere else.
Oh, that could have put away his position.
Too early. Yeah, giving away his position. You thought the smokes were on their position, but I think that was just to distract him.
They got to play two guys together, though. Roth throws the nade. That's
There's
right.
the grenade,
Oh,
right?
he eats it. Hole in one, baby.
Yeah, I think it was, you know, when the pick is on the table with the apple in his mouth?
Yeah.
That's
that
how
was
he
him
looked
getting
there.
surfed
Like, he
there.
had the grenade in his mouth laying on the floor.
Winner, winner, piggy dinner. That was
yeah.
this one. But Sock, you got to give it to him. I mean, that was absolutely phenomenal. We talked about wanting to see people make something out of a situation where you had nothing to work with. I mean, you cannot put it up any better than that. He was
the
a
only
solo
one that
player.
was on the open at that point.
Solo player in a field, gets a knock on one side, spins around, headshots the other. Oh, there's one more. I'll just take him down too. Wow. Absolutely
if they offer me
insane.
kills, I'm taking them.
Of course you will. I mean, that's perfect. 9 kills and 7 of
that
them
was Snakers?
coming up. I mean, I gotta give it to Snake, as he provided good content. But in the end, it was also kind of nice that he was the one that had to pay for it. But some really good shots landed right off the bat. And this was the first one we saw. Look at this double spray down coming in right to start things off, and then
Did the grenade off his teammate?
It bounced off his face. That is, and then he Mini Fridge killed his teammate because he was throwing a nade while he got knocked.
Yeah.
That is.
God, I love PUBG.
That's unfortunate.
It's just so cool what you see sometimes. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
stuff like that.
it's just like life. We know that
Look
life
at
sometimes
these
is like that,
shots.
right? So yeah,
First
that were
one.
the
The
amazing
flicks.
shots.
He would have had that like immediate hit onto Rasmus, who had not had a level 3 helmet on.
Yeah, but I love how he switches weapon and is immediately dial in to even hit those bullets as well and finishes Raspu off.
When under pressure,
Impressive.
he had like 3 flick headshots in a row.
I will
That's
dream
pretty
about.
damn
I will
impressive.
dream about that for the next 2 weeks, probably.
That was pretty damn insane. And that was only one game. There's 5 more games to go. I am crazy excited to see what's going to happen here.
Definitely, that was game 1 out of 6. It's the Americas final. South America and North America hit each other in the grand final of the Wingman Series as 7, and we will be back with game 2 right after the break.
I'm back. I rise from the ashes like a phoenix as the clock strikes 3:30 a.m. roughly, Renee.
Yeah, it is. I actually wanted to say I replaced Toby with Parla because Toby is laughing about his own jokes in his head without telling us, so we can all laugh.
Okay.
So it was time to have him replaced. Welcome back. It's the Americas fighting for the title of the best duo here in the GLL Wingman Series 7.
Indeed, that is correct. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Zenith and Pros Don't Snake fighting it out for the top spot on map 1 Miramar of our best of... Well, it's not a best of 6, it's 6 maps. And it was Zenith that came out on top?
That is correct, Parla.
Indeed. Congratulations to them. Overall then, standard Miramar affair, are we seeing the same differences between Europe and North America that we've come to appreciate over the last few weeks in Wingman?
I just like that we now see 2 different playstyles coming together in one final.
Yeah.
We talked about before going into round 1, obviously, the South American region a bit more aggressive. They really like to, like, if they get one drop, one knock, they really commit to it and push for it. It's great to see.
Yeah, of course, this is the
yeah.
entire Americas region, isn't it? It's not just NA, not just South America. We've got them all together. Top 32 from the 2,000 or so that qualified across... Well, I mean, I think that figure is from across Europe and the Americas. But yeah, thousands tried to qualify for this, and we've got the top 32 now. Zenith are the ones that have got off to the fantastic start needed. Let's see how that plays out now, going into map number 2. It's going to be Miramar running it back, right, Renee?
Yeah, well, we'll go back to Miramar before we dive onto that plane, or dive from that plane. Let's have a quick look at the results from the previous game. That was game number 1. Zenith Esports, like Paula said already, they took the win. Pros Don't Snake, those 9 kills they did in a impressive fashion, basically. That was all up to Zlock. That was an impressive showing here of 32 points, so that's a tie for first place after
It's
game
a tie,
1.
I see. Okay, so the kills make the difference there. Very good by Pros Don't Snake. And then in third, we've got Bruxo y Baxian.
Yeah, that's one part of the Brazilian Crusaders.
Yes, indeed. And then Simplicity in fourth, of course, a name that we've come to recognize over the last few weeks. And then we've got two very famous footballers in fifth place, Ronaldo y Rivaldo.
That's actually the second part of the Brazilian Crusaders, so they're all in the top 5, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's actually pretty impressive. I like that.
We're not wasting any time. We are jumping into map 2 here. Tonight, coming to you, this morning now, live from Stockholm, Sweden. It's light outside. We've gone through the day, the evening, and the night, and we're in the early hours of the morning. We've got a southerly plane that heads towards the north. We're going to split this map in half, Rene.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really equal, but it's a bit like when your brother does the split on the pizza while you were young, you know, and you always
me and my brother, we always split our pizzas fairly, but you've got to be, being completely honest, yeah, those arguments do happen sometimes. Why did you get more cake than me? Yes. Why did you get more sweets? But no. Oh, the power. The power of Hulk Jesus descends upon thy, and I am reinvigorated as if it's not 3 a.m. in the morning. My main man, Jice from E United, him and Taylor J, 2 to look out for. They were in 6th at the end of game 1, I think. And yeah, we've got many familiar faces from our time here. At least my own. Some of them I'm not going to be familiar with because I haven't seen them play. But I'm excited to see the 2 Brazilian duos that you mentioned, the representatives for their region. We've still got Venerated and Moody in the mix.
We might lose Frogman so early here. Yeah, Black is taking some of the shots.
Yeah, Black. Yeah, Bozao and Ganohan. Trying to pick out a bird from the skies. It floats and settles towards the ground, Rene.
Oh, that was such a beautiful picture that you just painted.
Well, the game painted it, and I merely described it.
That's true. The game's so beautiful.
Our circle, Rene, lands towards the northwest of Miramar, the Mexican desert. Pablex looking to be directly centered almost within our circle. Hunk 1, maybe they will be fortunate enough to enjoy good circle placement throughout the next 20 or 30 minutes.
It'll be interesting, depending on the shifts, obviously. We had that today already, like having really crazy shifts. So we had it even in game 1, which was a bit more to the middle of the map and then down to over to the west.
Yep. If we can stay on board with this overview right now, I'm happy to see Sharp Shot and Kickstart. Those guys were leading the North American leaderboard for a while. Oh, and we've got Hulk Jesus cans. Wow, we're drinking, I guess that's holy water. I'm not sure, Rene, but I like it.
I heard that burned down if I actually touched that.
I'm not sure. Can we get the overview up one more time, just so I want to take a look at where everybody's
Paula
landing.
really likes the map.
No, so yeah, we've got E United, of course. We've got the Bean Boys, Baby Beans, and his crew. Yep, of course, Zenith, Mime and Co. For Almost. Yeah, just looking across the field and getting a feel for what exactly is happening right now. Thank you so much. We can move away from that overview right now, Mr. Observer. Most appreciated.
Singularity currently at the edge of that circle. They definitely want to make up for what they lost in game 1. I mean, it's definitely not that they are so far off that they really struggle already. Nope, it was still decent. But they also know that they can deliver as much more in terms of performance. So I'm looking forward to seeing them here in game 2, putting up a notch and go even harder into this game.
A really exciting end to all things Europe here at GLL Wingman Series 7. Makai Mleko coming out with the top spot, Rene. They did a good...
I know, I've been there.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job considering they really built themselves up into this tournament. And I'm wondering if we're going to see a similar sort of rise from one of the teams here for the Americas.
See similar points. I mean, like I said, 111 points is how they ended. They obviously did 2 wins. They were close to 3 wins in the 6-game series. So it will be interesting if any other team can do this. And Boss Esports, once again, on a bit of problems here. Bullets flying left and right. That car definitely does not get approval once again. But Avelino sending a lot of love letters with the bullets, but none of them were received nor answered.
No, indeed. We've got just 2 players down in Los Higos. Frank looting away to their heart's content, and then Runner and Captain Bublo to the north of them. Steady in the first 6 minutes. We haven't had a death yet, if I've not missed that, Rene.
Nope, that's correct. It's a bit like our game 1 was heating up fairly soon.
Oh, it's heating up.
Yeah, it was starting to become kind of chaotic and quick compared to the Europe Wingman final that we just witnessed. It'll be interesting if game 2 maybe is a bit calmer going into this.
Good to see Shinboy and Rello have made it to this stage of the tournament. I can't remember if it was with you, Rene, that I was speaking about the nick Shinboy, wondering if it was a misspelling of Shinobi and then it came out Shinboy, or if he's just a guy that likes shins. Maybe he's a Muay Thai fighter and he strikes down his foes with his shins.
Do you write it like that? Do you spell it like that?
Shin.
Yeah?
Yeah, S-H-I-N.
I've never saw that word
Word
being
in
written
English.
in my life.
Okay, yeah,
I know what it is. I know what it means.
How do you say it in German?
Schienbein.
Shinbein. Oh, closer to Shinboy. Anyway.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Anyway, sharp start, lads. I do like the outfit that Kickstart was rocking there. He had the flames on his helmet. Oh, and there, our first kill of the game. It's Pat Caps onto Taylor J. So one of the halves of Envy taking down one of the halves of E United.
Oh, look at what Interrogate is
Ice,
rocking today.
ice,
He's
baby.
going for stockings. And
Yeah, it's early days. They're still getting looted up. Still getting looted up. I don't think Jice is going to try to react to that. No, he's off ski in his vehicle heading to the west. Maybe we'll run into Snowbird and Frank the Tank. Some nades being thrown by Sharpshot now.
yeah, Sharpshot and Kickstart, they were being caught off guard last time.
How did they do in the first match, Rene? If you remember? Because they're definitely a team to keep an eye on. That's
Low
the
20s?
Okay.
Maybe I'll now give them shit for that. I'm so sorry, but I think it was low 20s. But FLG, he ends the life of Sharpshot 4K.
Yes.
What do we get now?
Well, we have a presentation of Hulk Jesus led by Minister Jose Esteban of Miramar. He's come out to represent the church, and he's saying, "This is Hulk Jesus. Welcome to the church."
It's just great that I see something new every single time I'm here.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Just enjoying the Hulk Jesus memes. He is the one that gives us power and strength.
Lauren Sit gets his first knock, still waiting for his first kill because he was one of the first kills in round 1. So obviously now he wants this to be played out a bit differently, having a different story to tell about game 2. Show, finally in a different spot. You might not... Did you see the previous one where he was sitting in the same spot over and over again for minutes?
No, minutes. Okay.
You missed something there. Yep.
So just staying alive.
It
Staying alive like the Bee
it wasn't
Gees.
even at the end. It was just early on.
Early
and
on,
we thought
relaxing.
he moved, but he never moved. He was just sitting there waiting. I loved it. It was pretty cool. Interrogate and his NB teammate, and a bit of cover fire by a PG. That's Captain Bublo and Runner. Snowbird and Frank the Tank finally made it into the circle, but Circle is like, now that you're on the move anyway, how about moving up even further?
Yep, it's going to go closer to La Cobreria. And Kickstart, Sharpshot are already going to try to establish themselves
look at
further
Poma
to the
and low
north.
kicks. Poma on a lot of fire by the Yeah Black team. Pros don't snake. I'm pretty sure they got the 7 kills not yet in this game. Poma falls. Buzao takes him down. That Singularity down by 1 already. Definitely not the start they were looking for now. Low kicks all on his own. With everyone now on the move. Look at this. Like, everyone is moving.
Yep.
Besides Lauren, Sid, and Nalak.
I'm wondering who in the chat has a favorite at this point in the final. Chris 10 from Yapish Yapish. Firing off towards Eddie.
Yeah, Christum and Sizzlin didn't have that much impact on round 1. They were killed super early. So let's see if they can do way more. On Pro Stone Snake, they are eliminated because Dirty's in fell. Did the car blow up?
That is quite the turn of events, considering they had such a strong first match, Rene.
Yeah, they were tight with the leader, so with the winner from round 1, they were tied. So everything was in it for these guys here in the final. We know you can't have a match if you want to be on top where you really don't get anything, and this time they actually don't get anything. While Psychopata and Gubin find Venerate, and Raspu knocked down by Snowbird already. All right. So the BRC guys, 2 different teams, obviously, 2 different duos. Pressure everywhere. And Snowbird, he takes Raspu. Lopes falls to Mim. And so finally that was something with A, the team name. Not Awake, it's...
Almost is mine.
Almost.
Yes. And both of the Lazarus squads have done enough to make it here to the grand final. We're on board with Alo and Adam right now, as they are in a tentative pseudo battle.
Yeah, with FK it seems.
Yes.
And FK can be a real threat. We saw them in the Latin American Masters. These guys are super quick with rotation. They showed great movement. And being able to be on the feet every single time and move around, move, and even kill a lot of people while doing so. Oh, goes kickstart. Finds a check shooter.
And that is going to be Simplicity eliminated, Rene, in 28th place.
Yeah, definitely not what they were waiting for. And Kickstart obviously had him running right in the crosshair. Adam now wants to take the FK team on. That's not an easy one. Mufasa and Handy Who. Grenades coming in, but Alo far enough away from that.
We can hear a drop coming in right now, Rene, as well.
It will basically fall on Handy Who's head.
That would not be handy for him.
For whom?
Interesting place to throw a nade there by Handy Who from FK team. FK team.
What?
I'm wondering what it stands for.
FK?
Yeah. With the Grim Reaper. Look at this. Nimble footwork. Jumping on one of the support structures of this dilapidated building. This could catch the guys from Lazarus 2 off guard. And Adam scores the first knock with a grenade. Is Handy just going to stay up top? Is he going to be the crow that swoops in at the right time? Yes, he is. He gets the first knock, drops down like Batman descending from the rooftops of Arkham Asylum. Great work, Handy.
Yeah, go for it.
Welcome to 4 AM.
Yeah.
Oh, Handy is a turret.
That was really nice. I mean, he just moved slightly across that pillar and moved around just really slowly, steadily, but still getting the kill. It's a double for him.
You know, this is a fast start. We're 14 minutes in, 7 teams have gone, and this is Miramar, Rene. I know we're talking about the Americas where we see a bit more aggression, but that's still, you know, a very quick pace at the beginning of this match, moving into the middle.
Snakers getting his first drop. He was the first kill on the previous round. He was the one chasing someone off with his bike.
I love this action, Rene.
Yes, no matter where we jump right now with the observers, there is someone shooting at someone and probably sending a grenade that way. But Handy Who's already downstairs, so he will be safe. But look how they're pushing.
Yeah, well, they send the nade in. They know that he can't be right pressed up against that door, so they try to flush him out once they've gone inside. Frogman bunny hopping around for dual channel, and he swings round the corner and takes out our resident Batman, Handy Who.
Like he knew. That was really good. Like how he jumped around the corner, then locked onto the crosshair immediately, and then go for it. Got 0. Wants to get his first kill of the night. But still denied so far, while Gubin falls to Captain Bublo.
Look how much
double!
Look how much is happening, Rene. Look, guys, the kill feed for all of you at home. That's 3 kills, multiple knocks. And we can see on our kill tracker, we've got an even spread between those first 9 teams. Envy with 2. Almost with 1. Sharp start with 1. I want to see the fridge full of beans boys show us their... I want them to open their can. of
First, they need to open the fridge, then the can.
Okay, open the fridge, then the can.
Never tried the other way around.
Oh, it's one of our favorite teams. It's the I'm the Too Good Heady brother back in the mix. Good to see that they've made it to the grand finals here at GLL Wingman Season 7. It's interesting to note, at least from my perspective, that most of these teams are the ones that sort of appeared to me throughout the earlier weeks. Those teams that were having strong performances, that were good on the rotates, knew how to pace their games. And I should just redirect my attention back into the server. Christum there for your piece, taking out Frogman. Looking at Zenith now. It's just Roth for Zenith, unless his teammate is somewhere else.
But he's not sure right now, to be honest.
He's under a lot of pressure. He's got one team just a bit further south. No, a bit further north of him, but then another to the south. He's got to be very careful with where he picks his routes here.
And definitely no teammate around.
And Evelina.
Well, Envy Interrogate might find Evelina right in front of him. But look at that, Evelina going for the bike. Not spotting Interrogate.
Cheeky
and that
nade
was his
there.
end. Vin got involved in that as well. The Boss Esports guy.
Ooh, a good nade by Lowboy to reply to Interrogate, knocking him. And then at the same time, Baby Baines and Mini Fridge also getting a team kill. A kill of another team, I should say. We can't use team kill as a phrase for killing an entire team. I think that would get confusing, Rene.
It probably does. I mean, it's already hard enough with 2 Lazarus, 2 BRCs, and
2 NVs.
2 NV teams.
Yeah. 32 teams of
just kind of shows the depth of their roster, right? That they are able to bring them all in.
He just doesn't know that they're sitting in the smoke and getting rezzed. You're shortly going to be in a 2 versus 1. Oh, and whilst I say that, he's actually been killed by Captain Bublo.
Well, these two were just rezzing right next to him.
I'm just happy that I'm able to be here and able to say a sentence like that. Oh, and whilst that's happened, he's been killed by Captain Bublo. Captain Bublo, I mean, that's just a beautifully unique name, Rene. These PUBG guys, they've got some good imagination. We see them showing that on the server with the improvisational way they approach certain situations. And Kickstart, chucking some nades. Hov's FPS from 7 below. I assume that's some sort of suite.
HVZ still looking for a line of sight here to get a shot off. Godzilla gets Interrogate with another grenade, though. But now HVZ is moving up and is running right into Mim. He makes that a move that he will not do again, because HVZ is already out.
Yep, Mime and Evasion. They had a very funny moment last time I was here with Tyler, where Mime jumped off a cliff thinking he'd survive, and I mean, you can assume what happened next, Rene.
He survived, right? And then he walked away and had been happy until the very end. No?
No.
That's kind of sad, man.
No. Vinny from Boss Esport. Using
he's moving
great
around.
Positioning. Crouch peeking
really nice.
over the lip of that hill. Goes to loot caps. Now Evasion going towards K, but that means that 7 below are eliminated.
We're not yet in the top 15. We've seen a lot of action everywhere already. Disciple comes around to the fridge and the beans, but he gets shot already from the back from Kickstarter.
One in the 2 good Heady brother. Disciple and Wolf trying to make a dash across no man's land. Disciple so close being knocked in. Indeed, he will fall flat. Is Wolf going to be able to pick him up? He's going to need some smokes, Rene.
Yeah, definitely. Now the Baby Beans obviously picking up pace and trying to push for it because they want to flush him. They want those 2 points that you get for a kill. They spotted Wolf, and Wolf gets it to the hat immediately. That's a double for Baby Beans. And that is 4 points just picked up there. Just a couple of seconds. Sizzlin finds Lampalot. Player 1 Black is eliminated with that. So we're down to the last 15 now. And Yapish having a way better round than on game 1. Already 5 kills, that equals 10 points.
10 points. That's half of what you get for first place. So a very good amount of kills, especially with 20 minutes down. Just half the field gone, Rene. Oh, this circle. That's a very cheeky circle. Very few compounds other than to the north. And so those teams that are close to the south are going to have to find a way to make this geography, the topography, work in their favor.
Interesting that low kicks is still around. Puma was eliminated very early.
Low kicks on a cheeky flank, Rene. Does he
Yeah,
know?
but he runs into Kristen. Kristen probably spotted him now. Yep, Sizzling moves. Nope, they didn't saw him. All right. Now they saw him, and low kicks was like, that's too late, guys. But he only gets one knocked. Sizzling ends low kicks live.
Yep, and Singularity will be eliminated. Thanks to that. Sizzling, put him on the fryer. Sizzling, put him on the fryer. Sizzling.
No, I didn't got it.
Bacon, when you fry it, it's called sizzling.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
I'll always learn something new.
Oh, man. A lot of stuff. And our producer even just laughed.
I think he laughed because your joke was that bad.
Okay, well, I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it. I really do think the pace of this match is something to behold, something to witness and appreciate. Purdy knocking the door out so he has an extra angle to play with. Remember, everybody, this is Lazarus 1, Purdy, Curti, and Uncivils. What a story.
He sees the shots coming off there.
Yeah, but he's going to lose the vantage, lose the vision, sorry, when they head into the smoke. Even more smoke's coming out.
Yeah, that's more smoke than an old diesel engine. Oh, someone is moving between the smokes, and FLG is there immediately with Purdy both shooting there. But it's FLG that picking up the kill.
Mini Fridge there with the jumping 360. I can't remember if it was them that had done that before, but I have seen that when players are being shot in the open, some of them do try to do the jump 360. I'm not sure if it's to make them a tougher... okay, well...
What happens now? Well, everyone is like, hey, let's get involved. Fridge full of beans is eliminated. And we've
gone from 15 teams to like 9 in the space of 2 minutes. Wow.
We basically lost 3 or 4 teams.
And your Peach have 8 kills, Rene. So that's 16 points for them. And in the top 10, they're going to have a strong finish regardless of where they end up in this top 9
Especially now that we already lost E United and we also lost Pro Stone Snake. So that's their chance to make it even and get back to the lead. Captain Booblo finds Umbrella, and also his teammate Shinboy. There's another team eliminated, H-gated and through.
Going back to what you just said, though, Rene, Zenith are still in the mix. So they're in a good position to extend their points further.
They got no kills so far, so obviously they get placement
But
points,
there's still players left to frag. Still players left to frag, Rene. However, Roth is on his own, and Snakers and Shrimzy are looking to take him out. They want to advance on his position, chuck some nades down. Roth is going to try to smoke, potentially to back off into the compound behind him.
Oh,
that's
look
a
at all
great
these
nade
grenades coming in.
exploding just above his head.
He must feel like that poor... You know the poor kid?
Oh,
Snakers. Back then in sports class that had to take all the balls and bring them back? Yeah. And everyone was like, give him the balls. And that was basically what they did. They threw everything at him.
I like this by Snake as he pushes up and then fires off onto the hill.
Zenith is, by the way, eliminated.
Yes, Shrimzy did get him. While Snakers was shooting towards the hill, that's some good team play. Spreading their resources smartly, Rene. 6 teams remain. 24 minutes in. Explosive stuff. Mime of almost falling to Runner.
Pretty Curdy looking for another victim. 1 so far, 2 for his teammates. Already 3 kills equals 6 points. With placement, since they're way into the top 10, they will be pretty happy about this. Obviously, now that they're that close to the win, would like to go further. Let's get your Peach in front of him. Kristen and Sizzlin. They're both getting shot, I think, from Snakers and his teammate. While the Lazarus guys, like Purdy Curti and his teammate, are behind that.
Yes, Rene. Ghost Hooligans with 4 kills. Close to the top 5. They've done a good job, Shrimzy and Snakers. I like the way that they've played so far. I'm impressed. I'd like to see what Lazarus and Almost do with their current positions. We can see the no man's land opening up between these teams. Everybody trying to have a stake in advantageous geography before the circle closes in and they're forced to move once again.
Shrimzy, yep, the smoke obviously runs out there. He tried to get one shot done. Couldn't hit the hat that was right in front of him. Shrimsy now with Snake. They want to get moving. They need to get a bit closer now that the circle shifted away from them. While we see Captain Bublo, he's snaking onto Mim and Evasion. And he might have a great angle on this one. As soon as he looks over the ledge, obviously it's a bit risky, so everyone else can see him, but he goes for the shot immediately. Might be able to take down one. He does. Mim and Evasion. It's the last one now on the other side, and he takes him. There
Captain Bublo, you are a monster. Great work by the guys there. And Snakers now with a knock on to Sizzlin of your piece. I am very impressed by Piantaus Gaming. With 7 kills, they've crept up over the course of this map, and they seem to make very good decisions. Their rotations, choosing the right engagements. Going to be watching out for them in this top 5, Rene.
Yeah, we're now in for the hardcore late game. Yapish still alive, but Snake is finally... No, that's the second drop already on them.
No nade on either of Snakers or Shrimsy, though.
So they can't throw anything their way. Goes Tooligans. Vin is once again trying. He tried before, and he got a headshot immediately. So he needs to be aware, because if Snakers turns around, Shrimsy gets him a shot from there, then his life will be ended pretty soon. Once again, Yapish holding on to the small little position there right next to the road.
Oof. Uncivils. Spraying like a madman into the smoke and getting a kill. Still aiming at that same angle, putting tons of pressure.
Christ him, but he falls then to Snakers who got involved. Runner went for Vinny on top of the hill. So we're down to the last 3 teams. Boss Esports was out at 4th. Shrimsy obviously taking the first shot at the small shack there. But he knows that there's another team up the mountain. That's Captain Bublo and Runner. And Captain Bublo showed that he has the pace, that he has the intelligence to create plays here on this position.
Shrimsy, sniper in hand. Snake is snaking around the edge of the circle. Looking at the positions, I do think that Piantaus have the best. They're highest up and pretty much within the circle, and it's Lazarus and Snakers. But sorry, Lazarus and Snakers.
Ghost Tooligans.
Sorry? Ghost Tooligans, yes. Beneath them.
It always depends. Like, if they can hide longer, then obviously Lazarus can stay longer before Blue pushes them.
And we can see
Runner would need to move first.
Ghost Hooligans are taking the affirmative action, Rennie. They're pushing up the hill and they're using this little smaller hill in front of them to mask their movement. I like this from them. And Piantaus using smokes now to avoid any aggro from the angle that Shrimsy and Snakes are coming from. And now Piantaus are going to check that. They're going to make sure they're not getting pushed up. And they might be able to see Snakers and Shrimsies closing in.
Yeah, but still, seems like mostly they're concentrating on Lazarus down there. Pretty Curdy. And his teammate. Invasion. If I remember correctly. No, it's not Invasion. What was the teammate of Pretty Curdy? Come on, Parla.
Sorry?
Teammate of Pretty Curdy?
Uncivils.
Uncivils. True. The one that just as there was spray and pray kill that was in there. Shrimsy, as he said, they wanted to move up the hill to have a good look at Piantaus Gaming. So far, they couldn't really move in. While they now moved on, I told you, when Lazarus can hide longer, then it will be PG, the first one that need to move. And Shrimsy used that immediately to take down Runner. And they will flush him out as well. Yep, Shrimsy got that kill at 6 for the Ghost Hooligans already. 12 points.
Yep, I might have spoken too soon. And Captain Bublo is also going to be eliminated. That means Piantaus are out in 3rd. Good performance by them. However, the final 2 teams are going to be Ghost Hooligans and Lazarus.
Shrimsy took down Uncivils. Yeah, that was quick. The Ghost Hooligans really want this win. Snakers gets involved.
We're effectively in a 1 versus 1. It's Shrimzy of the Ghost Hooligans that lands the winning shot. 8 kills in first place. Congratulations to them, Rene.
Yeah, 36 points out of game 2. That's definitely a great one. And we're still earlier in the night. Obviously, we're doing 6 games. That was
4
the second
more maps,
on
Rene.
Miramar, yeah.
One
and we
more
got
Miramar,
another one Miramar.
3 on Erangel. That was really exciting. It seemed like an intense pace throughout. We still ended up reaching about 30 minutes of gameplay, but it seemed as though that the fighting was quite consistent. The entire duration, we saw a lot of engagements.
I like that the Ghost Hooligans were actually really thinking about pushing up the hill, but they probably realized the same. They were like, all right, if Blue moves in, then Piondas Gaming are the first ones that need to move down that hill, and it paid off for them to just wait there in the middle of it, basically, taking one of the kills, because the Lazarus took the other one.
Yep, we'll be able to see our leaderboards after our break. Enjoying these highlights right now. So much action. Our replay man, GRunner, I'm sure he enjoyed picking these up throughout the game. And Shrimzy just with that little headshot at the end to finish things off. Very nice stuff.
Yeah, sometimes you shoot 1,000 bullets and nothing happens, and sometimes you only shoot 1. And then you end up with a lot of points towards the big money here in the Wingman Series 7.
$40,000, everybody. Rene, that is what we have on the line here for the Americas. We are finished for now with game number 2, but do not go anywhere. 4 more maps to go, starting with our final outing on Miramar and then heading into 3 maps of Erangel. We'll see you very, very shortly in about 5 minutes. GLL Wingman Series 7, America's Grand Final. $40,000 on the line. 2 maps down, 4 to go. Parlor, Toby.
Okay, so first you say my name. Second time, you point at me and expect me to say my name. And now how am I supposed to know
I was just mixing it up, man.
We did say it pretty synchronized, though.
Yeah, it was nice. It was cool. Yeah, everybody, good start to the night for Americas. We've seen Ghost winning Miramar number 2, and then it was Zenith winning out map number 1. We'll shortly be jumping into the 3rd and final outing on Miramar before we head on over to our 3 outings on Erangel. But before that, we'll get up the leaderboard, which I think is going to be ready very shortly. Toby, what did you get up to during your little break?
Well, I mean, first I thought it was going to be a really short game.
Yeah.
And then I was scrambled together to be ready for it. And then all of a sudden things kind of dragged out there in the end down by La Cooperaria.
I'm just vibing to this music, Toby. You know what?
Tell.
Let's get the scoreboard up. Let's just chuck that up right now. Oh, the music changes, the tension mounts. It was Ghost Hooligans that got the 20 placement points for first place, and with 8 kills, that means 36 overall. A very good score from a single game. I was impressed by Piondas Gaming, who ended up with 8 kills and
really good.
13 placement points as well. So they came in 3rd, and it was Lazarus with 14 for 3rd place. But with just 5th kills, it means they're up in 4th behind Yapis and Boss Esport in 5th.
Yeah, Mr. Captain, he had some really, really
Captain's
good double
a beast.
kills. He was fragging
Captain's
out
a
that
monster.
game. Very impressive to watch.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive indeed. It's going to be interesting to see. I had a chance to chat a little with some of the viewers, or some of the players that are playing the game as well. I had some guys in Simplicity saying that they were going to get more points and like win more games than the guys in Sharpshot and his teammate. So that's going to be interesting to follow. Who's gonna win that little battle there? Currently, we have Sharp Start sitting at 20th, and Simplicity they're in 11th. So they got 11 points to make up for.
Yes, quite close between our top 12, I would say. Kind of a big win in between those, and it's still Zenith on top. It was Roth for Zenith that managed to stay alive and get some decent placement points for them. Either way, Toby, it's time to jump into game number 3.
Yes, of course, for those of you guys who've been watching along, and maybe there's some teams you don't know, maybe there's some teams you know really well, it is, of course, because it is both the South American and the North American region playing. And then you might be wondering, but Toby and Paula, how does this work when, I mean, you could be in Chile and playing against guys from Canada? That's a pretty far distance. It works this way that every other game we swap between South American and North American servers. And as you can see in the bottom of your screen right now, it says, nah, which means North America, and that's the server we're on right now.
Also, a big shout out to Rene for joining us. He's going to shoot off now and head home. And it's been a pleasure to have him over the course of the event. So it'll be me and Toby seeing out the rest of Americas.
Maybe just you for the final game. I like the face you made.
Toby, please. Toby.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how quickly we can get through him. But nonetheless, not a whole lot of new under the sun as far as where people are dropping. But
and I tell you what, Toby, if it ends up just being me because you have to shoot off for your flight, I'm 100% going to rope in one of our production gurus upstairs or one of our observers.
For sure do that.
And bring them into the mix.
I mean, there can't be that many people up there anyway that are actually working, right? That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know, but what better way to start off this match than getting on board with G-Ice from E-United?
He's going to love you. We're going to call him G-Ice for the rest of the game.
Sorry, man.
No, it's perfect. I think we should call him G-Ice for the rest of the game.
Yeah. We know it's G-Ice. We know it's G-Ice. We do know.
I'm going to call him G-Ice. We've been kind of we've been streeting up people's names today. We had MNG and E-Wang. And now we have G-Ice as well.
E-Wang.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. I like it.
Yep.
I'm sitting here looking for other names. You see sausage approves.
We have another rare Pokemon.
Is it a sausage?
It's a jefe elote, so it's corn.
Or it's corn, dogs.
It's corn. No, it shouldn't be corn. An elote is corn. One of me and my girlfriend's favourite snacks, actually. It's corn. My girlfriend is Latin. It's you know corn on the cob, but you put like butter and Parmesan cheese and sauces and stuff, so it just makes it a bit tastier. Really delicious.
It's good.
Yep. It did kind of look like a corn dog in the picture, though.
It did. Yeah. It was a smiling corn dog.
Whoa.
But it was just corn in the end. Nonetheless, circle is centered up as we can see, and it's gonna foster some interesting rotations, I would assume, from the south side. Because look at Los Leones, there are a lot of people down there, and one of the guys in the area is Taylor J. And he gets himself a knock on towards set, and well, I mean, unless if he really fails something, he should be able to get the finish off as well. He doesn't want to kill him, though. Does he want to run him over? Is he that sadistic?
Oh, he's going for a slow death. Taylor J, you naughty boy.
Taylor.
Zed Vargas with death by motorbike at about, I don't know, 6 miles an hour. Just steadily right on the head. Doink.
Yeah. Then is the question whether you would actually die, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think like those motocross-ish bikes, they weigh that much. They'd actually kill you.
I don't know. That's a question. Oh, wait a second.
Whoa,
we got just a little tease. Just a little tease.
I was gonna go full hallelujah on this one, but I guess that was not quite the case. Let's see though. This circle is gonna be interesting for those who want to go center that are on the eastern side, because we have a nice little cliff and mountain ridge going all the way down.
Cheers, Toby.
Cheers.
I'm having my first
caffeine
espresso.
There's an I as in espresso, or is they just wanted
no,
to make
there
Italian?
Isn't. Just let me be artistic. Espresso.
Espresso. Yeah.
Espresso.
Yeah, I can respect that. A good espresso.
And I'd just like to say that little tease of Hulk Jesus was very cheeky. We swooped in through the church, stopped on him for maybe half a second. Very cheeky.
Yeah, we'll hopefully we'll get to see some more and praise the Lord and founder of everything good that comes your way. That's the man. That's the man right there.
Is that his official title?
Yep.
The Lord and founder of everything that comes your way.
Ice Cube Man approves.
Yeah, and now we have
Icy Man.
Creamy Boy. That should be his official name, Creamy Boy.
No.
Why not?
I can give you a lot of reasons for why he should not be called Creamy Boy. I can give you a lot of reasons.
Saying that, when you say it back to me, it does sound like a bit of a suspect name. Anyway, one of our prime suspects on the battlefield, Mime from almost there, firing off into the distance.
Ooh, there are multiple teams shooting. Who's going to get the kill? Oh, Raspberry going to reload fast or you won't get the kill, and he won't. He looks up towards Bosao and he's like, come on, man. That was my kill. But unfortunately, not quite the case. Bosao, though, he's looking for more. As you can see, he has his teammate up in the hills. And they're looking around. They're looking around trying to get some more people to shoot at.
My man, Bosao.
Bosao.
Bosao. Bow zow zow zow.
Bow sicka sow sow.
Bow zicka zow zow.
This is taking a turn for the worst, I can feel.
It's taking
already.
a turn for the Hulk Jesus, baby.
Indeed it is. This one, I'm actually kind of surprised that we haven't seen more people engage in one another. We have a surprisingly high amount of players still over by Minas on the eastern side. You can see like the whole road in between Picado and Hacienda is pretty much clear, which makes sense because it's pretty damn rough to rotate through. But wherever this one goes now, like the next circle pops, it's gonna be pretty chaotic for the most part. I'm gonna predict that.
I'm wondering if we have any Brazilians in the chat. Obrigado to you if you have joined us. Thank you for being here. And once again, we have our our local spokesman for Miramar now showing us Carnes Pablo, which I'm assuming it was
Pablo's
a
meat.
meat establishment.
Oh.
Yes, thank you. Most appreciated.
Production team is having a blast. I'm loving it. I can sense their laughter
Oop.
in the studio.
There goes the Lampalot, taking out Archeloff.
Yep, that's a get another early game kill for the Player One Blacks. They have I don't know how, but they have found themselves in these early in game fights quite a lot and got kills with it too. But then when it came to late game, it's as if they haven't really been able to deliver the same way that they would have wanted. Like they've managed to do early game.
Senada de Arado. I want to Google what that means.
It sounds good when you say it though, so I'm positive that it's something really cool. Check. He's gonna get himself a kill on Zaganjuan. That's gonna be him out. Gubin is out as well, and all of a sudden, these guys fighting for each their little spots only gets harder. FLG and his teammate, they're trying to make their way in towards Basao. Basao has a kill already, but he's nowhere near safe. Cassin spotted him out. That's gonna be him forced to run on back. Rusty down in the meantime. That's elsewhere, of course.
So Senada der means I know nothing. And then when we add the errado on, my Google Translate says I know nothing wrong.
Maybe it's I know nothing, you know nothing, Jon Snow. In Spanish.
R.I.P.
Or Portuguese.
to Game of Thrones.
Yeah. That's for a whole other discussion.
One in the two good heady brother.
Runner has to he's running away now, yeah, and it makes sense too, but he's getting shot at from over by the church. United wanting to take him down. I actually like the outfit. Look at how camouflaged he is in his clothing here.
Yep, smart choice.
That is extremely camouflaged.
Smart choice of outerwear.
Oh wow. Is that the mummy outfit? I think so, right? Yeah, full mummy outfit.
Oh, it's intense.
And like the bumper jacket or like pilot jacket, whatever you want to call it. Yep. Circle shifted north. To be expected. And, well, I mean, for the most part, teams signed it already. But it's going to be those teams on the east mainly where we're going to have to we'll wait and see how they're planning on finding their approach to the circle. It's not going to be easy, that's for sure.
No, it is not.
It is not going to be easy at all. Lambalot, Detroit making their way over towards the inevitable push up the hill. And everyone down south would actually have to do the exact same thing. Eddie? Oh, that's a bad place to flip your buggy, buddy. Is Trees actually just going to run across the field, or is his friend going to come pick him up? Oh, Lambalot is turning around. Oh, she's getting nervous there for a second. Because that is pretty far out in the open.
Oh, be careful, Lamplot. Don't go too fast over that hill.
Just sense a drink. Oh, don't jump out of the vehicle again. Treats, hello. There you go.
Yep, D Treats. Of course, a well-known name in the North American PUBG scene. Moody as well. And right now trying to best Roth in a Rifle versus bike battle. Roth jumps off and lands an amazing headshot.
Wow, that was a pretty straight
Very
on
quick.
one. And Moody's gonna blow himself up, and that should most likely be him down. Yep, he does get finished off.
Roth is going to chuck a second grenade, hoping that it lands closer to Venerated, but Venerated is
he's running.
fortressed up.
He is all safe.
Baby Baines.
Baby Baines.
Bye Baines, just chilling.
Great vision from up there, but not a whole lot of cover. Should he get spotted out? Piantos, they get taken down. So even though they're doing good last game, doesn't really start off the way they wanted to in this one. But we did talk about those teams in the east and the south. They would have some rough rotations coming into this one, and well, I mean, they were one of the teams.
You know what they say, Toby?
Die. Yes.
Finish first,
Die
start last. I
Finish
just made that up, mate.
First, start.
I just made that up. Think about that. Internalize it. Enjoy it. There is a fly that's just been zapped by one of our studio lights that's landed dead in front of me. That is.
It's Hulk Jesus, man. He's
like.
It's not dead. It's running.
He's not dead. I think he's lost ability to fly. Anyway, Toby, back into the game.
Oh, really?
As I enjoy our new compatriot on the desk.
Oh, man. That was the fly flying up above him, you know?
Yeah, R.I.P., mate.
This is getting extremely strange. But I did see the fly though. I did see it land on.
It just landed.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Kind of KO'd for a second.
Yep, that was very strange. Raspu, oh Raspu, all by yourself. What are you planning on doing from that position? I mean, it's going to depend on the circle, of course. Look at the concentration of teams on the eastern side. Those are all the... Okay, he's having himself a little bit of a seizure. Maybe he's seen Jesus, like Hulk Jesus, you know? Maybe that's the thing. He's like, hallelujah! You know, like the weird videos where they touch his shoulder and like he feels the full power.
Just channeling the power.
There are so many people on the southeast side that if this one goes northwest, which would be hilarious, by the way, then it would be really bad for them. Oh, it's...
No, it just stays central, Toby.
But there's still a lot of people on the eastern side, though.
Yes.
A lot of people down there, and it's not going to be an easy push-up tool.
No, and especially with the topography of those hills.
Yeah.
That's going to be a very
pretty steep run
messy area.
And it's only some areas that can actually run all the way up. Seems like Baby Beach has spotted out MTS, and that's going to be him down and out as well.
He waited it out patiently, and is rewarded for his patience. Patience is a virtue, ladies and gentlemen.
Your bag of wise words.
Well, right now I'm just empowered by the Green God.
The Green God.
Yeah. Hulk Jesus, the main man.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Yes.
Do we say amen when it's Hulk Jesus? Or do
I
we say
don't
something
know.
else? Slizzle whiffs a few, lands a few more. That's going to be mini fridge down to just about 20% HP. That nade, it goes inside. Oh, I thought that was going to be on the money, but unfortunately
That could have been a monster nade. But
the second one gets him.
No way, 'cause it lands
From
just
outside,
next to...
yeah. That was pretty damn well. Like, there was a lot of odds where that would not have knocked in at all.
No, not at all.
That was pretty fortunate. Baby Beans, though, he's there to the rescue.
Yep, Baby Beans
Do you think it's
trying to smoke up his teammate before he gets finished. Oh, and they're actually going to... Oh, this could be a huge nade! No, they run past
did they not
it.
see?
They must know that he's there.
Yeah, I was going to say that nade came from upstairs, right? They have to know. There's no way they don't. Now they know.
Oh,
Don't do this to yourself, guys. Baby Beans got the first one.
Oh, and he underhands a nade behind him. That's a great play. Oh. Yeah. Oh, my God. Sizzling gets the finish onto a can of fridge full of beans, but then the underhand nade throw, it was almost like a last man standing perk.
They both died because of it. Wolf goes down as well. That's unfortunate.
I'm surprised he decided to take the fight there. If he just dropped off the building, he wouldn't have had to take any fire.
Throw the nade and jump off, right?
and just jumped off.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to do too. He got a little overconfident, and unfortunately that cost him his life. Not a whole lot more he could do there, I guess.
Yeah.
HVC. He is, well, I mean, they finally made their way up this hill, but as you can see in the map in your bottom right corner, they're also still miles out on the edge of the circle. So there's still quite a run to making that nade. Oh my, how did he not go down to that? Well, at least the shots will make that happen. How? Pum. This is going to be a tricky one. That nade flew straight over the face of these guys. Prostone Snake, insane game in game 1. Kind of fell off game 2.
Whoa, a ton of action happening right now, Toby.
Everyone's
so
fighting.
many kills on the kill feed from every which direction.
Yeah, T-Sock has to just run off. There's not a whole lot more he can do. Handy Who and Mufasa, they're up and above him too now. As well, the smoke's thrown. I think he's just going to want to try and stay alive here, but it's not going to be easy at all because he's not even inside the next circle yet.
Oh.
He knows exactly where he is. It's just a matter of
trying to line up the shot.
Yeah. Oh. No.
Oh, no.
He hits the... That's unfortunate.
Yep, hits the lip of the hill, of the terrain.
Interrogate. It's been called out by Taylor J. No damage done so far. I think. Yeah, Geis is on the plateau above. So he has somewhat of an angle, but he can only see over towards Padcap, so I don't think he's aware that that Interrogate is just underneath him.
No.
You can see he's kind of shooting up and above, right? Interrogate is on the plateau below, and I don't think they have the angle on towards him.
United still with a bike, which is going to be useful.
Yeah, for
Heading
sure.
into the next phases.
Yeah, they will need some sort of transport to get away. Check, nice double coming in there, buddy. Secures himself another 4 points, added to the 2 he already had. Ooh, Civil's double kill for him as well.
Agegate and Through are eliminated.
They're warmed up
Good
now.
job by Lazarus on Civils.
Singularity gone out as well. That's a early elimination for the guys who were pretty dominant in the Latin American Masters played last week. T-Sock, I think they know where he is.
Yup, peppering him with grenades.
Just a matter of time before he was going to go down. And Adam, you can see he's going to want to run back towards his teammates. But at what cost? Frogman goes down too. But fortunately, his teammates is there to save the day.
Yep, and that'll be 7 Bilo eliminated as well. Last minute or so, minute and a half. A lot of action starting to transpire. 18 teams remaining.
And you can see, because there were so many teams on the east side earlier, if you draw a line, there's like 2 of these 18 teams on the western side of the half circle. Everything else is pushing in from the east right now. So if you're sitting out there anywhere south or east, you are going to be taking a lot of fights before we get to the end game of this one.
That's a great nade by Taylor J, landing right at the feet of Avellino, putting him on his back.
That was really impressive. Just, I mean, one thing is they throw the nades and they get to where they want them to go, but the fact that they can time the explosions so well that they explode pretty much right on them and there's no counterplay to it, that is extremely impressive.
Yeah, and if Taylor J took the initiative here, he could just drop down and engage, but it would be a tough battle.
Yeah,
and instead, he stays on the high ground, and Low Boy will be taken.
Oh, he spots one more. Oh, no, that's going to be him down, though. Interrogate was too fast.
Yep, E United eliminated in 17th, and FK team in 16th. Simplicity there. I was just about to say that must be quite a few kills that they have
You cannot do
as
this,
a team, and they are
Interrogate.
top of the kill tracker at the moment, 5 kills.
I don't think you can do this, Interrogate. He's going to die to the blue. Yep, he's going to go down again.
He was living the no man left behind lifestyle,
Yeah.
Toby.
For those of you guys who don't know, phase 4, you cannot res in the blue.
You cannot res in the blue.
Oh, well, you can, but it gets knocked again immediately, so. Ain't gonna be worth it. I guess the only good thing he did off of that was deny the kill point for Taylor J.
Yes.
Because by resting him and then going down again, he technically got killed by the blue and not by Taylor. Venerated goes down as well. Eddie lives to see, well, at least another couple of minutes in this game at least. We'll see if there's going to be more to it than that. And then on the eastern side here. How do you like Power Grid playing in this area of the map?
It's electric.
I like your choice of words. Very wise.
Yeah. Just punning it up, man. Punning. What's the word for pun in Danish?
I don't think there is one.
Oh.
It's just joke.
Okay.
It's a joke. A witz.
Well, a pun is like a specific thing in English.
Oh yeah, I know. It's like when you make a play on words.
Yeah,
kind of
play on
thing.
words.
Or joke. I don't know.
Roth is just trying to stay alive like he did in Game 2. But unfortunately for him, Dual Channel, who now have 6 kills at the top of our kill tracker, make sure that his life is no more. Sorry?
He had a rough time.
Yeah. Oh.
That was a pun. You know?
That was a pun.
Yeah, quick learner.
Snakers is being a skip boy. Hanging out.
He's living up to his name. I mean,
Snaking.
Yeah. I don't know how many snakes live in containers, but I mean, his kind does, and that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a skip snake.
He's just chilling. All good. Purdy is going to go down. Frank, once again, we saw him in that first game be active as well. Now he should be able to, get the finish off on towards Purdy. But immediately after, he's going to start taking shots. But Snowbird is there to help on out in the return. And that's like the only 2 teams, really, that were ever anywhere close to the western side of the circle. Of course, with this one closing in, it's going to be more teams around them. But these 2 teams are pretty much the only ones that's been rolling around on this side of this circle, Adam, though.
Lazarus versus Lazarus. And it's Uncivils that falls, meaning Lazarus 1 are eliminated. The younger brothers, Lazarus 2, Elo and Adam.
Do they get to be Lazarus 1 next game, then? Lazarus main, Lazarus sub. That could be, yeah. Or gold and silver. I don't know how they wanna name it.
Good to see the 2 duos from that team battling it out.
It's always good fun when you get that going, right? There's a little bit of banter after the game. And
I'm
whatnot.
sure.
Yeah. Now let's see here. The circle still includes parts of Power Grid, where of course the majority of players currently are. And, well, I mean, unless if it hard shifts east again, at some point all these players will have to get out of there. And if I'm them right now, I would be already now thinking at how do we get out of here? Because, I mean, you can see already Czech is looking for an escape, right? You don't want to get caught in there because all the other teams, when they realize there are no more people left in the field, they'll all just be sitting in the comfort of the hillsides and looking in towards the Power Grid, waiting for players to come out. So if you can get out there earlier, that's probably what you want to do.
It's a good overview of the map right now.
Yeah, really good.
Giving us a strong picture of where all the teams are. Mime is just dashing straight. That must be the bike that they were holding on to from before, right?
Yeah, could be.
Dashing through into that little crevice in the center of the circle. I'm not too clued up on the exact terrain there, but how safe is he, Toby?
Well, I mean, considering that there's no one really nearby him for now, he should be safe. But he does have a dip to roll around in for a little while. But once these players, I mean, once Frank and Snowbird starts pushing forward, and once the player starts leaving the Power Grid area, then he's for sure going to be under pressure from multiple sides. But for now, he has a little hole he can hide in.
Snowbird and Frank the tank. Furthest to the west-southwest.
This is a quiet game too, all of a sudden. That's the thing. I mean, this is the exact same as we saw last game. So much action early that once you hit the mid and late game, where there would normally be where the chaos is, because there's so many players dead, there's just so much more room for the players to maneuver around.
I'd say in this game, it was more the mid portion that a bit of action happened. It was a slower, earlier start. Exactly. Whereas in the last game, it was a burn throughout. But yeah, now we're having a sort of period of acclimatization to the final phases.
And the thing is, nobody wants to move before they know they're going to be forced to. Everybody that are inside Power Grid are currently just snaking it out, other than Lopes and the Czech shooter, because they have some vision. Snakers does go down.
We just caught Snakers opening the door there, and Godzilla had a perfect view of him.
Yeah.
Capitalizes perfectly.
And this is the thing, nobody wants to move because they know that there are so many more people in here. So they don't want to go anywhere before they know they will be forced to, well, which they won't know if they will or not before the next 13 seconds.
Smoke's coming out now from Snowbird and Frank the Tank. Mime looking over all of his angles with his trusty steed next to him. Going to chuck out smoke of his own.
Makes sense. Force them to go elsewhere. And actually, now you can see here.
He can be a third party here, Toby.
Yeah, there's a chance. Lazarus, they're running into them now. Should they want to continue moving on forward, they must hear each other soon. And I think Elo just heard steps up and above. Flashbangs coming out now, not something we see utilized too often. Wow, that was right over his face.
Yep, does about 50% damage, but do they know he's just on the lip? They're being careful. Some more utility coming out from Elo. Really holding on to it. Oh, and then he aims when he knows his teammate's got him spotted out. And that's a great push by Lazarus.
Really
Lazarus, too, having a good game here, Toby.
Really good play by them.
Smart game.
We saw it in game 1, 2 similar styles where teams just like really use the terrain to their advantage. Peek on over wisely. It's exactly what you want to see. Got 0. He's crossed on over. No shots fired from Psycho Para. VII ain't going to be shot at either. The solo snake here is going to try and stay alive for as long as possible. That makes sense.
Ronaldo y Rivaldo. I think they're trying to invoke those very strong Brazilian spirits of those famous footballers and saying, we're the new duo to lead the charge of Brazil in PUBG esports. Sorry?
They were a good bunch, though. Rivaldo
and Ronaldo.
And then
they
were
were Roberto Carlos.
And Ronaldinho, right?
Yeah,
like
for a period.
They were like the 4 at the same time.
Absolute monsters. That was a scary, scary Brazilian lineup.
Elo gets the instant on towards mine.
I like the fact as well that you can kind of draw a parallel between the way Brazilian players are in PUBG. And I guess in esports overall, they always have exciting, interesting ways to play, similar to the way the Brazilian football team is arguably one of the most exciting to watch in the world.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of soccer, but I will take your word for it.
Oh, man, the Brazilian team, I mean...
I saw when they lost 7-1 to Germany
yeah,
one time.
those results can happen, right? But as a team, they're known for their flamboyance on the pitch, playing a very exciting style of football. A lot of close passing, dribbling up the field.
And thus, they were won.
Yes.
You know what really unifies them? Oh, Jesus.
There we go.
They all believe. They all believe. Well, that is how it is.
There we go. 5 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen.
I like this circle shift. There's only one
Lazarus,
player in it right
Simplicity, the Bouses, Rivaldo E, Ronaldo, and then Dual Channel.
How do you rotate on this one if you're Lazarus sitting on the outside? Because they could make their way further south, but I think what they want to do right now is stay where they are to make sure that nobody can push around behind them. Like, they don't want to have to fight on 2 fronts, so stay until blue closes in. And yes, observers, we do know that there's a ridge line there that they can hide behind, but they need to make sure that Lopes and Chick ain't running down this direction. Need to make sure they ain't running down this direction before they go up there themselves, because if they do go up there first and they come from behind all of a sudden, that's going to be them caught out.
Indeed. Thank you, Toby, for the analysis as we watch God Zero chilling very close to a snake in the grass.
Yeah, they've been sharing this area for a while now. It doesn't seem too psycho, but then again, maybe it's just the calm before the storm, you know?
Could be.
Or he just goes full Rambo and kills everyone.
He's doing a good job staying alive. That's all he needs to do right now.
Mm-hmm.
And check shooter from Simplicity.
That's a lot of blue damage, check. Nate comes into his phase 2. That's going to take him down. Lopes makes the run in the open.
3 HP, just 1 bullet. Panic throwing out those smokes. And he should be able to get off a heal if he's not attacked by Lazarus.
Adam has Nate in hand, though. That one's going to go forward, and that's going to be death. Yep.
Shout out to our observers. That was a great job of showcasing exactly how that played out. That grenade arc was beautiful, perfectly placed.
Psychopata eliminated as well. Do they have both an AOG and an MK14 for boss? That's a pretty good close-range lineup they have got working for them. VII and GOT0 trying to win this one. Duel, though. 9 kills. Exactly. They've been doing it. Oh, the MK wasn't Frogman. Okay. Really, really impressive feat from them. Ooh, I heard a nade.
Yep.
DT soldiers littering Red Bulls all over the place. Or whichever energy drink he might prefer.
3 duos.
It's kind of interesting they don't have any solos left. Normally there's at least like 1 or 2 sneaky snakes making their way around. 7 nades for Adam.
7 nades. That could be crucial in these final stages.
You would assume that he uses them, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, he can zone people out. Exactly. But a low is the first one to fire off shots.
He knows where they are, but they know where he is
and
too.
Here,
and nobody has the center.
Here we can see Adam starting to fire off the first of his grenades. And the brilliant way to start things off, knocking VII off the bat. Zero's going to be left on his own.
Yeah, don't think they can throw nades quite far enough to go all the way over to Frogman and DT so right now.
But as the blue closes in, they could aim towards those smokes, Toby,
for sure, and
make something happen, and that's exactly what they're going to try to do. That's a good first nade.
The full auto MK14, that's not something you see used very often, but it is crazy scary once that spray control is achieved.
Those 7 nades, Toby, you pointed them out at the perfect moment. They're making such a difference in these closing moments of Game 3. 5 kills for Adam now. Vinny and Frogman both destroyed.
Wow.
Adam on an absolute rampage. They're now 2 versus 1. It's just Ditsor left. Standing across the no man's land. All they need to do is land a few shots to finish him off, but it's actually a low that drops, and it was Adam.
I was going to say, who won?
Whoa, yeah, that was a tight finish, but it's Lazarus 2 with 11 kills. And let's not forget, during that process of winning the match, they actually took out Lazarus 1 as well.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're feeling very proud of themselves.
Oh, yeah, for
Toby.
sure. I mean, also the kills were shared pretty well in between them. Adam, he got a lot of those final ones with the nades that he had to throw. But just overall, I mean, they played it super well. They cleared their entire side. They came in from the north. They saw that their brothers in arms in Lazarus 1 were fighting. Bust the move. They saw they were fighting, and then they pushed around the northern side, cleared out that entirety, knew they had no one from behind, won the game. Easy peasy.
Yeah, I mean, Lazarus are going to end up with more points from their kills than they'll get from their first place placement points.
Yeah.
20 for first place, but 22 from their 11 kills. Let's take a look at these highlights, Toby. It was an definitely... We just saw that moment where that underhanded last man standing grenade took out Yapish. That was a standout moment for me. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I mean, it was a great effort to throw the nade in, but as we said in the moment as well, I think it would have made more sense for him to jump off and try and make a play on that instead of sacrificing
Well,
himself.
I think the nade would still have done the damage and he would have stayed alive.
Yeah, exactly.
But tough, of course, in those moments to know exactly the best course of action. And here we go, the grenades at the end of the match that decided so much.
There were a lot of them available, and Adam made use of all of them. You see in the end of things, didn't have a single one remaining. And 11 kills, as you said, for the team. That's going to be a solid 42-point game. That is something
That's a
they'll be
massive...
very happy with.
And what did we end Europe with, first place? It was 111?
111, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
I
almost
mean,
half in one game.
Exactly. And with half of the maps left, 3 more on a wrangle, very strong position to be in. And we'll be able to see after the break exactly where we are with regards to the overall leaderboard. Toby, should we head off for 5 minutes?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll see you guys shortly. Halfway through, ladies and gentlemen, of the grand final for Americas here at GLL Wingman Series 7. We have 3 more maps to go, all of which are a wrangle. Still everything to play for, but at this point we definitely have some front runners. My name is Parla. I tried to catch you out there, see if you jump in or not.
I'm not falling for that again. I'm not saying anything. I'm just...
He's Toby. Welcome back to the show. Can't wait to see how everything goes on Erangel. And a big shout out to Toby for not falling for my initial troll at the start of this segment.
Doesn't happen. I am way too good now. I've learned from the best. I learned my lesson, and I will never fall for that bait again.
Yeah, well, either way, everybody, we've just seen a very explosive finish to the end of our Miramar for the entire tournament. It was Lazarus 2 taking the 3rd win of the day, of the evening.
And they played it well.
Yeah, they played it well. They had the grenades at the end. It worked out in their favor, and they did a good job of managing those engagements at the very end.
Now, my question to you is, before we start on Erangel, how many military games do we get?
Oh, Toby, why do we always play this game? We're never right.
That's the funny part of it.
The game always wins, man.
Okay,
sorry.
The house always wins.
The man always wins.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, man.
Yep, so Lazarus 2 got 42 points with 11 kills and first place placement points. everybody, let's not forget that Europe ended with Maka I Mleko winning with 111 points.
Total.
So if Lazarus can just continue that momentum, even just slightly, they have a good shot of finishing out strong here at the finals.
You say that, but look at this.
Yeah.
They got 48 in total.
Saying that 48 in total, and then 46 joint second for Zenith and Lazarus 1. Boss Esport on 45.
42 points that game.
Absolutely everything to play for.
Wow. It just goes to show me how hard it is to get points here, right?
Yeah.
They got 6 points in total in the first 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, if the top 10 don't have great results, and then the middle 10 get some good results, we could see things flip, Toby, completely.
No one is separated, and that just goes to show the depth of this group. I mean, it just goes to show how high the quality is. Everybody can step up, everybody can rise to the occasion and take home that win. But, of course, not everyone will be able to in the end, because there's only 3 games left to win.
I'm Parla.
I am Toby. Now I did it because you threw it at me. I could feel the throw.
Did I telegraph that one too much?
You pointed at me without saying anything. That was a throw.
Okay.
And someone else who was throwing
Wolf.
is Wolf. He felt like hitting a tree, and after they did the rework to the there used to be a time where it just majestically glide down by the side of the tree and whatever else you would hit. But after they did the whole rework of the parachuting system, whenever you collide with anything, it doesn't matter how high up you are. It just kind of cuts your parachute.
Disciple is going to try to shortly follow.
That's the hero.
Oh, okay.
Safe ambient. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You didn't know he did that?
That sound like Scrappy Doo. Puppy power. You know what I'm talking about?
I have no clue.
Scooby Doo, the cartoon.
I know what Scooby Doo is.
You don't know what? Huh?
I said I know who Scooby Doo is.
I thought you just said you don't know who Scooby Doo is.
Oh no, I've watched Cartoon Network.
Yeah, so his little brother.
Oh, the small
Scrappy Doo.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know he had a name.
Puppy power.
I didn't know.
So your hero thing was kind of okay, but it referenced the younger brother of Scooby Doo.
Yeah, but it didn't work in the end because Wolf did get knocked by Frank again. I mean, Frank is always out there in the early game doing damage in Disciple. If Disciple is smart about this one, right? He's just going to sit around in the corner and let Frank come close to him.
Oh, no, he's dashed out.
Yeah, I was going to say he's charging now. Full speed forward. Bayonet on the shotgun. Also,
Avellino.
Fights
I love that name.
Yeah, did it.
Yeah, Frank
the
eliminates one in the too good heady brother. Yeah, Avellino. There's a rapper in the UK called Avellino.
Maybe it's him. He's on tour in the States, and he just felt like joining the tournament. Yeah.
Nice. Innovative play there. Bouncing a smoke grenade off the back of the little complex he's in.
Full Counter-Strike mode. Gotta bounce some smokes.
Bounce some smokes,
Pop
baby.
flash. Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Pop flash himself out the corner.
You never know.
He's under a lot of pressure right now. I mean, how do you get... You don't get... You literally... stuck in a corner.
You want to hear something wise? You can never get away from the wall if you're not by the wall to begin with, you know?
But you don't want to be by the wall, back to the wall to begin with.
But then how can you ever get away from it, right? He is up against the wall now. Get away from there, Avellino. I believe you, but okay.
Yeah.
I guess my words don't mean much to you, huh?
Only esports.
Only
Not this
esports.
time. Not this time.
Not this time. Next time, maybe. There's still 2 more games to go. Well, that's 2 teams out really early.
Very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Within 4 minutes, Toby.
That is
Or should I call you Tony?
Yeah, I could also call you Brian, but I wouldn't guess anywhere with it. I mean, sure, we can do that. I don't know. If that's, is that where we're at 5 a.m.? Did we hit 5 yet? Yes, 5:07.
Yeah.
We're having a good time here.
Yeah, I mean, when you did your heroic music, which was like Scrappy Doo at the start, why don't you go with like an X-Men or a Spider-Man or a Captain Planet?
I mean, da-da-da-da-da-da. I think it's also the one they use in hockey, right?
In hockey?
Like the organ plays it.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I mean...
Don't they do that? I think so.
I think I get what you mean.
I think it's just one of the, like, the fanfares with the trumpet. Kind of, here comes the cavalry sound. I don't know. I'm not a...
I thought you might do a... I don't
even know what that is.
That's X-Men.
Okay, in any case, Moody is getting shot at. And holy
Moody!
Turnaround!
Moody, what a spin. He just jumps off the bike and says, no, thank you, Sizzlin. I'm going to put you down and then finish you off. Great work by him. And Moven, which is their duo, their half of Envy, do need to climb their way up that ladder because they haven't had the results they need so far to establish themselves in contention for our title.
That was a good spinner on Lambalot is going to go down, and that's his team out too. I mean, I don't know what the big difference is when it comes to how they drop and whatnot, but it's just as if from what we saw in EU, and I don't know, there's a general saying that the NA players and the South American players are a little more aggressive in their playstyle, but this is just something completely different from what we saw when we were cast in the European region earlier on. And I don't know what's causing it. Maybe they're more aggressive to get compounds, or maybe they don't scout as much. They just kind of send it instead. I can't really tell what the reasoning is. It's just a clear fact that these guys fight way more.
Well, we see this in all metas in esports, right? To an extent, that regions develop everyone's playing the game to the best of their ability, right? But we see, and within each esport title, for instance, in this, we're talking about PUBG, there are optimal ways of playing, but at the same time, people figure out their own strategies within it, and we see metas develop regionally. We see that in other FPSs and MOBAs as well. Differences between the way regions play, and I guess it's the same with PUBG, Toby.
Well, of course it is. That's what makes it so great when we do have those global events where we just see the colliding of all these metas, and then for a brief period after those events are over, we get like the perfect meta. Where teams, after having played those games against one another, will take the best of all the metas and put them into one. And then it's as if after a period, they kind of fall back in line with what they used to play before. Because that meta might not work when you go back to playing against your own bunch again. That's pretty interesting, actually. Circle is closing on in.
Yeah, I mean, we can look forward to seeing the Grand Slam where different regions are going to meet each other up on LAN.
Yeah, it's going to be actually some of the guys that we have the pleasure of seeing here. I believe. Yeah, let me just rethink that for a second. I'll get back to you on that one. I'm actually not sure now, as I do see who we're playing here. But in any case, very, very interested in seeing how that's going to unfold. It's going to be America, it's going to be South America, it's going to be Europe, it's going to be Oceania, which is everything down in the... I was going to do an Australian accent, but I do not know how to do that. So you can do it.
Anytime I try to...
How many people do you offend when you do it?
No, it's just any time I try to do an Australian accent, it comes out as South African. And yeah, I'm not good at it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
I stopped myself too, so that's okay. Runner gets
hello,
down
mate.
One.
Hello, mate.
Listen, g'day.
G'day, mate. G'day, mate. Gonna go down Canberra. I don't know.
now you're unstoppable. Now you have to cast the rest of the game like that.
Bruxo y Bikesinho. Rusty Zera. A lone wolf with just 8 minutes gone on the clock. Jice.
Look at the committed
and Taylor
pushes
J
here.
Saying to Rello and Shinboy, nope, this is our compound.
We don't serve at the door.
No, we don't serve at the door. You've got to be on the guest list.
How? I mean, this is what I'm surprised by. The aggression these guys play with. It's as if they're just not, like, they're never afraid to take a fight.
Baby Baines, he's found the retreating Shinboy, and he's going to get the kill. Jason, Taylor J, wishing that they got both, I assume.
Yeah, this was a great... I mean, I don't know. It's just
getting off to a good start.
Yeah, they got
same with Winchester. Winchester, I mean, from what I've been following in our games today, our 3 matches on Miramar have been relatively quiet.
Yeah,
and so good for them to start off with 2 kills.
For sure. They haven't really had their footing in on anything so far, but we'll see. This circle goes up north. And rotation-wise, it's not going to be the hardest thing. People can come down on the side of Potato, but for teams like Sharp and Kickstart, they seem to not want to rotate early.
Imagine that in real life. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I just ran you over with my car.
Let me just put a hand on your shoulder.
Apologies, buddy. Sorry, man. My bad.
Have you ever been hit by a car?
Bublo? No, luckily I have not. Captain Bublo and Runner. Senada de Arado going to be exiting our first match on Erangel early.
HTC didn't know who of the two vehicles he wanted to shoot at, so he kind of just ran back up the hill. But now he's going to spot out this one. That should be a somewhat easy kill coming in. As I say that, though, there you go.
Oh, yeah. They
I was
will.
just going to say.
If you miss the shots to the face, to the body in the car, at least you're landing on the vehicle and you might make it explode. And that's exactly what happened there.
So many engagements. It makes no sense to me.
26 teams, 10 minutes down.
So many fights escalating all over the place. It's absolutely crazy. It really, really is pretty wild to see here. How many of these?
Look at
teams
Shrimsy and
constantly
Shakers
fighting.
all the way to the east, Toby.
Yeah, they're rotating far and wide.
East side.
East side.
East
The Kafka
side.
squad. Yeah.
Wonder if they are fans of the notorious B.I.G. East Coast rapper.
I know who he is.
Okay.
Wasn't he the one who, like in the conspiracies that he had something to do with Tupac and everything?
Yeah, him and Tupac were like rivals.
Yeah.
Tupac was West Coast, he was East Coast.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not like a rap historian or anything, but it was the only sort of reference I had for the East Coast. Anyway, Interrogate of Envy taking down Kendo 4 of Zenith and then sliding down the hill into safety as Caps comes up to the top, finishes off the kill and looks for Roth as well. Roth has had a tough time in the game tonight. He keeps ending up being the only guy left on his team.
I mean, Zenith won the first game. They won the first game, and then they haven't really amounted to a whole lot
Is
since
Roth
then.
going to get this 2 versus 1? He's going to spin around and get it. Great job by Roth.
I was going to compliment Pat Caps of how well he used the terrain when he tried to push up and over, but holy moly, he just turned it around.
I'm not sure if you've heard of famous horror film director Eli Roth, but that was a horror show for Envy. No? You didn't like that one?
Yeah.
He's the Eli Roth of our server.
Yeah, but now he's also
Oh,
Eli
God.
Death, so, I mean, that's... Yeah.
It was Envy that he took out there, right? One half of Envy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. And now the PDS squad, they want to come up and clean up too, but, well, I mean, Taylor and G-Ice, they've already been there.
Yep, Jice, a.k.a. G-Ice. Handy Who, with a package delivered straight to his door, smashing it down, saying, hey, man, got some bullets for you.
That's another team saying hello, though.
Yep.
Actually, it's the same team. But
Fridge full of beans. Venerated and
I want to know from Mini Fridge Jr.
Mini Fridge Jr.
I mean, that's one of the names where you can just do like name 3 things in your living room, right? How do you even get to Mini Fridge Jr.?
And if you did have a if you have
like a really small, holy cow?
why
this
does your
server is
fridge
bad.
only have beans in it? Why have you not got other things other than beans?
You don't even have beans in the fridge. You got them
yeah,
in like cans.
true, but beans are in cans. You put them in the cupboard. Ah, maybe it's an ironic name, Toby. Maybe they've been trolling
Maybe it's
us.
an alias for something else.
Why are you getting so conspiratorial? Why did I ever mention B.I.G.?
It's in the middle of the night. Isn't that what you're supposed to do when you're up late at night, like YouTube weird conspiracies?
Yeah,
and
we
stuff?
need the X-Files theme. Do, 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 do. Is that how it goes?
That's Harry Potter.
No, it's not. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we saw it, but it's not going to shift up there because this next circle has to shift away from water, right?
Yup.
No, it's only phase 3. Yeah, it is. It is the next circle has to shift away from water. We saw it, observers. But yeah, it is true. It actually, I mean, the fact that it did shift up there kind of makes things interesting because the way that I have unofficially been told that the circles work is that the game generates 30 circles based on the settings you've put up. And then the one that fits your setting description the best will be picked, which means sometimes there's a little bit of water in, even though it says there isn't. And then, I mean, we could get a little bit of that river in for the rest of the game. We'll have to wait and see. Taylor, he got himself Adam down. The guys who won the previous game, they, of course, don't want to go out this early on. So, Aloe, ooh, he's been spotted there, too. But you can see Taylor, he's miles out in the open, and he needs to fall back now.
Yep, he's realised he's slightly exposed here. Oh, but he needs to move towards the tree because it seems as though Aloe picked up that he was going to back off and get some free. Oh,
wow.
Taylor Jade, that's what we want to see. I remember when I first saw you on the server zone, you were a force to be reckoned with, and you're already 4 kills deep just 14 minutes in to game 4.
That is impressive to
Good
say
to see you picking things up again, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, doo-dum, doo-dum, doo-dum,
You got all the themes today.
Lobes. No, no! No, no! Oh, we missed it. But yes, Lobes gets the knock onto Gooben there. Gooben 11.
Can we get a knock for Wilhelm or a shake for X? Who just debated us that hard with the observing?
Yeah, we got debated hard there.
Wow.
Lobes finishes off the job. That's going to be a kill for him and Simplicity. Now looking out for Psychopata.
Yeah, he's still inside the compound. Could potentially be a kill coming in. He does have check shoot in the not in the compound, but in the vicinity as well. He's over in the neighboring house. The only thing is you can see Psychopata is in the apps already, but Rusty is actually up in the hills. He's getting pushed up on. Oh, they see his weapon through the. No, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He hasn't. Oh.
Hey guys, what? No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Saw the gun.
That's yeah. Yeah. You cannot have your pointy things sticking through the walls like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Circle does go south, though, as anticipated. It excludes as much water as it could. But now that we're in Circle 5, it doesn't apply anymore. So now I can hard shift back off north as I want to.
Okay. All right.
And this circle does allow for a lot of different endings. If we go school and apps, that's one thing. But if it goes anything further east of that, it's going to be really open fields. And that could be potentially very, very chaotic as for these guys in the sense of how and where they can go from it.
7 Belo's Huv's FPS, knocking Poem, whilst we are on board with Ganyohan of Yeah Black.
You know who Poem's teammate should be?
No.
A guy called Fritz.
Okay.
Because they Poem Fritz.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Snowbird dropping Purdy Kitty.
Purdy Kitty?
Lazarus. Purdy Kitty from Lazarus 1.
Ooh, good night. That's. Oh, he knew where he was too. Nice lineup.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Good trigger discipline, and then firing when he can get the most, and he kills Frank.
Yeah.
But it's Mini Fridge that steals Snowbird from him.
He was on the other side, and now he spots out one more. Holy moly! I mean,
T-Sock's got some good aim.
He just spots them all over the place too. That is very impressive.
Spotting them up.
They do have one behind them that they haven't seen though. Christem is the snake that will try and see how far this game he can make it. Now the circle hard shifted down towards him, so that's all good. But I mean, chances are the next one might not go that far down south. Of course, it could go, but odds are that it won't. So it's gonna be interesting to follow. Of course, still a while to go until this one's closed all the way in. United, they'll take control of the house out in the open, and more teams are starting to make their way in towards school. A little bit of help. Both Lazarus and Singularity coming together as one and taking out the squad.
Poem lining up a 5-foot dive here. Hopefully not into the pool, because that will be head first into the concrete at the bottom. Luckily for him, it is a good vantage point to look out into the distance with relatively decent cover. Low kicks also ready to protect him if anything goes amiss. Lobes firing off shots for Simplicity. From Singularity to Simplicity, a tale of two teams that begin with S.
And I. And ends with a Y.
Yes, correct.
The interesting thing about this one is really, I mean, that next shift, everyone are in positions right now where they can't really go anywhere from. And where they, like, if they can go, then they cannot go anywhere in particular. Runner, though, 4 kills. Or how do they know they're down here? Oh, they heard the vehicle come in. It's going to be right on their feet, too. A bit too far. No kills coming in just yet. One down. One more to go, Frogman. Where are you hiding? That's just perfect.
6 kills for Piantaus, eliminating dual channel. And Piantaus, they were in the top 3, I think, overall.
At one point, but then they fell off for 2 games. Like, they had that really good game.
Have they not?
Two,
okay, I'm
misremembering
our overall leaderboard, Tobes.
No worries, pals.
Tobes. Tobeezy. Tobizzle.
Yes.
Up in the hizzle.
There are many really bad
in the
alternatives.
studio izzle. Studizzle.
In the stizzle?
In the stizzle.
HVZ, what can you do from here? You got 15 seconds to move, and you have to make your way down towards those god-awful apartments. Vinny, he's going to try and see if he can rescue his teammates. And in the meantime, Meme or Mime is going to try and see if he can, well, get somewhere to call his own while he's healing on up.
Yeah, Mime living the solo lifestyle. He knows he's going to be pushed, but on such low HP, he can't put up the needed defense and almost will be eliminated in 18th.
And this circle shift is really rough. I mean, honestly, it's a really, really tricky area to play around. You have the school on the western side, then you have the apartments, and then everything else is just out in the open. It's really, really not an area anybody wants to play from. Venerated, nice shots connected. Over towards HNK. Paplex goes down, so that's going to force HNK to now... I mean, he's not going to get the rest up for sure.
Oh, good shots by Moody there.
Nice spot.
Eliminating Yemba Suprema. Hank 1 and Pablex both falling to the arms, at the hands of Moody, of Envy, of Movin when they're duoed up.
Would be weird if they fall in the arms when they die.
Fallen into the arms, that would be quite romantic.
Yeah.
No, he was dispatching of the opposition. Taylor J, still with 4 kills, so not too much action over the last 10 minutes of his. I think the last time we saw him frag was about, 5 to 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Could potentially be a few more kills coming their way, should they be able to get the finishes off towards the guys. He knows there's one out in the open now. It's just a matter of being able to get the shots down towards him. Christem has been found. Unfortunately, his hiding only lasted him so long. Moody now once again, holding that north clear.
Home for Team Singularity, eliminating the Bouses. Mini Fridge onto Christem.
You can see all these teams from so many different angles. Look at the distance in this one, too.
Yeah, we're seeing a collapse on many different angles, Toby.
Yeah, it's not at all easy to play around this position. HVC is going to go down eventually. Poem secures the finish off. And that's going to leave Cable all by himself. Circle has popped once more, and we are indeed going into the apartments area. But how hard are you willing to commit, even if you have a vehicle when you're up north? Do you just crash it into the apartments, or do you stay up north by the little shack on the other side of the road? Many different options here, but only one of them will work, I'm sure. Wow. Denied. That was a pretty good reaction play. No helmet, just hard peeking that one. Gets himself the kill.
Pros don't snake. 1 kill apiece for T-Sock and Dirty's in. Tough shots to land here. Quite the distance on a moving target. Looking at our kill tracker, it is Piantaus with 6. And Movin, just one of them remaining now, but 5 kills. If they can stay alive into the top 10. It's going to be a good position to be in. E United with 4, Lazarus 1 with 4.
Seems like Pros don't snake. They decide to make their way down towards the apartments, but they say we don't want to go inside.
They just want to rent, man. They just want to hang out for a bit and then move on.
Yeah. They're just chilling.
Moody is putting on quite the performance. 6 kills now.
And he lost
one-man army.
Back, yeah. As I say that he lost him like 30 seconds ago. So. But he still has one guy on the backside here.
Captain Booblo. It's actually GRunner carrying in terms of kills this time. Snakes and Shrimsy opening the beans, chugging them in the rubbish.
Does Moody know that he's on the other side? Yeah, I think they both just took nades in hand.
Oh, that could have been so good, but just an unfortunate bounce on the head. He's going to press here. Really good job by Moody. That's going to be 7 frags, putting him into the top 9. Toby, this guy is on a mission. He hops right in the hot rod. He's not wasting any time. He seems to be a man under the influence of warfare right now. He's just trying to take every opportunity to impress his will onto this game. Definitely a style of play that I support.
Where can you go from here, though? Now he's kind of caught up behind that vehicle. Sure, he's inside that circle, but odds are that he most likely won't be inside the next one unless if he really gets Hulk Jesus to show him some love.
No Hulk Jesus on a wrangle, buddy.
Yeah.
Home from Singularity, putting Captain Booblo out of the match. Is GRunner going to be able to react?
We talked about Singularity coming into today's games and how they've really put up a good show in the most recent competitive games. Moody gets to finish up onto GRunner from a distance.
8 frags now, topping the kill tracker. And a very interesting position. He's just on the edge of the blue, but he has a vehicle. If that vehicle doesn't get blown up, he could be able to get out of there and reposition. But it's going to be tough. He's drawn lots of attention already. But at this point in the game, I definitely don't disagree with him just trying to frag out.
Yeah, you just got to run down and see if you can get yourself into that shack, and maybe just behind it. The fact that he killed the guys on the right side means that he should have some room to work with.
Only 1 grenade, but with 3 smokes.
Yeah. He does have a chance to make a play. You can see Guys has the angle up towards him too, and now the new circle does indeed pop, and Moody is in for a rough one.
Yeah, he's going to have to run along a stretch of no man's land, receiving fire from all angles. Is he going to head back to his car, perhaps?
No, because it has 2 tires popped. So
oh, with their 2 tires popped on it.
Yeah.
I did not see.
1 more smoke to work with, Moody. Oh, make that 2. Fortunate.
Picks up another cheeky one. Wow, he's going for it now. This is aggressive play. He wants to head just straight south.
There's not a whole lot of other places he can go.
Yeah, well, no, he can choose where to throw that smoke, right, and use it as mobile sort of cover.
I think he's throwing it over towards the car. There was a car in the middle of the...
Oh, there. Wow. Spots him out. Great headshot.
That was on point.
Pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah.
But Moody's definitely not going to be disappointed with 8 kills.
Oh, no, for sure.
Getting into the top 10.
That's a good placement, everything considered.
Moven can be happy.
It was also too bad because they really had a chance to rotate there, but then the last FK player just really messed it up for them. Him and Renovated, they were all ready to leave, had their vehicles and all, and then he just popped out of nowhere and took him out. Unfortunate set of circumstances, but that nonetheless is PUBG. Pome once again hitting these headshots. Loki's does go down though, and now Pome is all of a sudden all by himself. Not gonna make things easy, but nades come in, and that's gonna be him down and out. Lopes takes a double. Pomes gets 1 more with it though before he goes out, so that's gonna be 5 kills for him. But Taylor J squaring things up there with 5 as well.
Just like that, we are into the top 5. The Pomes have become the Pom Freaks, as Toby envisioned earlier today, thanks to the help of Hulk Jesus. Dirty's in, dropping down. Pros don't snake. T-Sock and Dirty's in, still alive in the mix. What are they thinking? What's the play here? They just want to get within the circle. They do have a cheeky complex ahead of them, which is inside that next circle.
The final circle has popped, and the center point will be just outside of Simplicity's compound. So that's gonna be interesting. Interesting to see how teams will dare to make them move out from their respective apartment buildings. You can see Psychopada. He's been inside this building for actually quite a long time with both Taylor J and Guys in it. So I'm not sure that if they do come downstairs, they'll even anticipate that there's still a person there. Because he's been sitting here for a long time.
Yup. He could be a snake in the urban grass.
Who knows?
Waiting for the opportunity to jump out and strike, sink his fangs into the opponents.
Kill stuff.
Yep, or you could just say kill stuff. A lot less poetic, but it works.
Yeah. It delivers the same message, you know?
Indeed.
Don't always have to be so fancy-pansy.
I completely agree.
They come... Ooh, spots 1. Goes for the flush. Maybe, yes, no, no, maybe, yes, no.
Get the kill, finish the kill.
Gets the flush,
Whoa,
he gets the
double Piscopata.
Wow.
Like a coiled cobra in the shrubbery.
Impressive.
Just as you predicted, Toby, and I overly hyped up with my referencing a snake, but that is exactly what he did.
Yeah.
He lunged out at the right moment, sunk his fangs into the first, and
he killed stuff.
Took E United out of the runnings, putting them into 5th place.
That was impressive, to say the least. Also his tension and not just going for the flush immediately, but really like holding the angle to make sure it didn't peek him right off the bat. Because especially in these areas of the map, like when it's late game and all, everybody, they really value those kills so high that he was probably anticipating, if I go for the flush now, he'll be peek me at the exact same time, and then he'll have the first shot on me. Instead, he didn't do it. Oh my god, the timing, Lopes. He jumped off right as he looked away. He's down behind the car now, and I don't think Lopes has any idea.
No, check shooter and Lobes. 4 kills in the top 4. Piscopata. I'm interested to see if he's going to... Because that wasn't even third partying. He just 1 versus 2 there.
Oh, he just wrecked them.
Thanks to his great positioning. and hiding out. Lobes does seem to know he must still be in that compound, in that building.
Also, great trigger discipline to not shoot immediately.
Yep.
When he saw them with their backs turned. Really smart play.
Yep. He looked just through a tight angle he created in the door.
Yeah. See, they're following the blue all the way in. It is the final circle. It has to close on the dot eventually, and I think Taylor or Lopes and Jack Shooter will indeed be the guys to have the best circle position, as far as to having to leave the latest from their cover. Psychopata still alive somehow, not any longer though.
Now it's a 2 versus 2 versus 1. Uncivils has a lot of work to do. He's wide in the open. The nade's going to come his way. Fire is shortly going to follow, unless he just gets taken out by that second nade.
It should be. Yeah.
Yep, Dirty's in. Getting rid of all of his utility. He's going to jump down now into the midst of the battlefield, looking for Check Shooter and Lobes in the smoke. T-Sock, not the right angle yet, buddy. Keep an eye on that smoke. He might get rewarded.
This is going to be really hard. He's jumped down. He jumped down with no HP and 8 bullets in his chamber. Really aggressive jump.
That's his in. He's right ahead of you. Lobes now gets knocked by the blue. Zin's going to finish him off. And now we're in a 1 versus... No, it's not a 1 versus 1.
It is. He got finished to the blue.
Yep, it is a 1 versus 1. T-Sock looking around the smoke, trying to spot the Check Shooter out. Tense moments, both of them walking. They don't want to give up any intel here. Who is going to see first? T-Sock firing first through the smoke, trying to land some connecting shots, but no, it's Check Shooter.
Wow, he shot through it.
Remember,
before he had him.
We said patience is a virtue, and it was Check Shooter that was the more patient combatant on that final battlefield.
I really like it. Was a small thing, but I really liked what Check Shooter did there. He was prone in the middle, so there was a chance that he had like a full 360 on him where he would never have the angle first. Immediately, he crawls off to the side and has the blue on his back, so he knows he only has to look forward. Then there's a bigger chance he gets the angle on him when that smoke does disappear. You're right over there, buddy?
Yeah, sorry, Toby. Our producer said, Paula, sit up, and I just thought I'd meme it for a second because I already look quite small compared to you. And the further I sit back and down,
I can't take my chair further down.
The even smaller I look.
You can take
look,
your chair
you look like a giant right now. Sorry, Toby, continue your point as we head into the highlight reel.
There was no more point to say. It was just impressive. And also, we got to keep in mind that Simplicity and Sharp Start, they had that competition who gets the most wins. And now, Simplicity got 1. So, Sharp Shot, what you got?
Sharp Shot, what you got? Taylor J had a lot early on, and they managed to get into the top 10.
Yeah.
Good job by them.
They managed to get
Piantios racked up a bunch of kills as well before they went out, I think with 8. Moody, shout out to him, the one-man army.
He was
moving mountains. Moving mountains.
This one, though, was too much for him to handle.
Yeah, you can't take a bullet to the head like that. He was... Oh, and of course, Psychopata.
You see, he never goes for the flush immediately. I really like the play. Really like the play from him there.
Yeah, Ronaldo y Rivaldo, or Rivaldo y Ronaldo.
This one, how he aligned himself with the circle closing in there, really smart play.
Very smart play.
Yeah.
Well, Toby, we have just 2 more games
I wish there were like 5
to
more.
go. Everybody, when we come back after this short break, we'll be able to see our overall leaderboard to see just how close this title is in contention. Toby, 5 minutes from now, let's head back into the penultimate match of the day. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you shortly. Welcome back, everybody, to GLL Wingman Series 7. We've seen the conclusion for the European region with Makaim Leko taking the lion's share of $40,000, and now we are 2 maps away of seeing who will be crowned the champion for the Americas region. My name is Parla, he's Toby, and yes, the night is shortly coming to a close.
Yeah, this is AM we're talking up here.
Oh yeah, that's AM up there.
AM.
Technically the morning for us, I guess kind of the night for the Americas. Yeah, just 2 more maps to go to see who walks away with the lion's share, $40,000 for the Americas region. It's been a hard-fought battle over the first 4 maps, well, the first 2/3 of this evening, and I'm sure everyone is going to be laying it all on. I wouldn't be surprised, Toby, if we see even faster-paced action these final 2 games.
You say that? I think that's going to be safe to the last game.
Okay.
I mean, because it's already fast, so I don't think it's going to get any faster before like we really get the rundown of this is what you need to do in order to get this and there.
Yeah, I mean, when we see the leaderboard shortly, I mean, we'll get up the game score for the last map and then also see the overall leaderboard. I would not be surprised if some of the lower, the teams on the very bottom end that are probably out of contention now are going to be even more aggressive or try to be a bit of a pain in a thorn in the side of the teams that are in contention. And that's one of the exciting things about PUBG, right, is that teams start playing little games with each other and start trying to, you know, influence the game in different ways.
Just don't go to multi-power and punch each other. You don't get what I'm talking about.
You'll have to just tell me then. If I don't get it straight away, then tell me, Toby.
I've heard that it can cost you some money and stuff like that.
Okay, scoreboard for Game 4. Simplicity came out on top with 20 placement points for first place and 6 kills, meaning 32 points overall. Pros Don't Snake in second. Move and shout out to Moody. Just 8 placement points, but with 8 kills, that means impressive. 24 points overall. Singularity in 4th and Lazarus in 1st. Good to see E United in 6th. I think that's going to bolster them a bit further up on that leaderboard. Piantos with a honourable 19 points in 7th. Ronaldo y Rivaldo in 16th. Things are shaping up, Toby.
Sure, it really, really is. I mean, we can see the overall scoreboards here as well. Simplicity off of that win right there. Throw themselves up into first place. When we look at the overall leaderboards as far as kills go, Lazarus, they had that 10-point game.
Yep.
4 games other than that, just 6 combined. When we're really not seeing any one team really rising to the occasion and like dominating the lobby, and that's why everything is so damn close.
Let's keep this leaderboard up just for a bit before we jump in to the 5th game of the evening. At this point, teams, let's say, from the 16th, but no, maybe 7th, the bottom half of our leaderboard.
Place?
No, I'm talking 17th to 21st, 17th to 23rd. Those guys are still in contention, but they need those from 1 to 8th to maybe start having some bad games. They need to be flipping around these placements if they want to be in contention for top 5, perhaps?
Top 5, yes.
Yeah.
Winning, no.
Winning, no.
I mean, you're not
you
going to
think
get 50 points in 2 games.
It's very unlikely, right? You need a very sort of specific set of circumstance for that to work out.
Not only do you
but they're still in contention for some decent finishing places.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. You can get in the money.
But
easy peasy.
that top 12, anybody's game, perhaps, or top 8. If there's a gap between them of like 20 to 30 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the top 5. Yeah, looking at that leaderboard, we can... I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to do some very rough mental math.
No,
but
it's fine. It makes sense.
I'd say between Simplicity and Boss.
As far as winning, I think Lazarus 2 is the furthest down
exactly.
team that has a chance of making
Boss and Lazarus.
Yeah, exactly.
On 48.
Yeah.
Okay, so things are starting to really take shape here, everybody, as Avellino's had an unfortunate drop. But
That's the second game we see that.
Yeah. Low Boy will be able to pick him up, though. Running through the forest with his... Is that a clown mask? It is.
Running through the forest with a clown mask on my head. Yep.
I'm going to pick my teammate up because I don't want him dead.
Damn it, you stole my rhyme.
No, I didn't steal it. We did it together.
Oh, we were just... Yeah.
Toby.
I was feeling it,
though.
though.
No, that's not good for mime. And almost... T-Sock has killed him straight away.
That's almost not good for mime.
No, it's bad for mime. It is bad for mime.
Isn't their team name Almost?
Yes. Yeah. But it is bad, so it's not almost bad for him. Yeah, he's died early on, and Pros Don't Snake get a kill within the first 2 minutes.
Why are people fighting in Gatka? Guys, it's not like you're missing out on something. I mean, it's duos, so it makes sense that there could be more than one team here. I've just never really liked Gatka. Do you like Gatka?
I don't have too many feelings about Gatka, Toby, if I'm honest.
I take that as you're joining my side then.
Sure.
Like either you like Gatka,
align me, Toby, with the dark side.
Either you love Gatka or you don't have any strong feelings for Gatka.
Okay.
I think that it's a either or.
Well, You've decided it for me, buddy.
Yeah. Kendo and Zenith, again, we talked about them before. They had that one win, but other than that, they haven't really come out strong. And now with this circle, Northwest, this could... I've never... Okay,
We're going to end up in Georgia, Paul, Toby?
We could. I've casted this game for a long time, and I've never, ever had a game that ended in the city of Sargi. Never, ever.
You've never had one that ended in Sargi?
Inside of Sargi before.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's unlikely that it's going to happen here because it will require like 3 Northern hardships in a row. But there's a chance. Every time I see the potential, I'm like, whew, maybe. Maybe it's today. Maybe today. And the players go, please don't let it be today. But Kendo, again, him and Zenith, they have to hold off. The age-gated. Oh, Rillo, he knows exactly where he's running around.
Kendo 4. Maybe been studying the ancient art of Kendo for 4 years. I'm not sure. Either way, you can find him on Twitch. He plays for Zenith Esports in a battle with Rello through some very cheeky angles on both sides. Raspu of Bruxo y Bikesinho trying to stop Moody and Venerated from getting away. He's actually pushing very aggressively here. I'm not too sure if this is the best idea.
I think they know that they were sitting in a 2-2 split. And they know that if they go aggressive on one, then they will be able to catch Raspu off before Rusty can be able to do anything about it. And I think Raspu might be realizing this now, but he needs the help from his friend.
Yep. Raspu now deciding not to commit further, which I thought he might have been doing before. Around this church.
Ooh, both of the Zenith players went down. Relo doubled them.
Yeah, that's interesting to note, considering they were battling across angles in opposing buildings. So I wonder how that actually played out.
You will never know.
Oh, and look at this. Venerated sniffing out Raspu.
Rusty has to be there to help, though. He needs to get an angle from which he can cover his friend from above.
And Moody's looking in the complete opposite direction right now, but surely as that fire comes off, Moody's going to spin around.
Now the shot's coming in from Rusty.
No, Venerated, that's not where you want to chuck your nade. He's getting ever closer and closer. Raspu's going on a very cheeky flank here. He might be able to get the slip on Venerated.
Yeah, and even though Rusty isn't landing any shots, he's still providing a ton of information for his teammate and exactly where he's sitting above him. Very crucial information coming in here. Moody has crossed the road now. See him crossing the road down towards Rusty. The question is whether he wants to actually engage on it or not. That is going to be interesting. And also, it's going to be interesting to see with this next circle shift whether it actually hard commits to either one side of the river or if it leaves us in doubt as to which direction it's going to head. Maybe it does just go out onto towards Georgia Pole. That could be interesting.
Yep. I do like Georgia Pole. A very scenic location in the PUBG universe.
That is true. The biggest city on the rainbow.
I love the fact I just called it the PUBG universe. Like we're creating a lore, the backstory of Hulk Jesus, Creamy Boy, Creamy Boy, Elotes, the culture of PUBG
I thought we
in-game.
agreed that there was no Creamy Boy.
No, we didn't agree that. We just didn't say it enough.
We just didn't agree on it completely.
We need to create some icons, some icons of the lore of Erangel, because I think all of our icons are on Miramar. Creamy Boy, Hulk Jesus.
Oh, you got some different graffiti paintings.
Yes.
It's not graffiti, but it's of course like cave paintings. It's from the people that lived here in the ancient times. Back when this was a prosperous land of growth and agriculture.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. As a history graduate from university, I love it even more.
Yeah. Specialized in Erangel. It was really interesting days.
No, I'm referring to I am actually a history graduate. So you're
right. I'm kidding. I know you are.
So you're made up lore with historical facts. I'm loving it. You could feed me that all day. Spoon feed it to me.
Yep.
Shrimsy from the Ghost Hooligans.
They have a win today as well.
Yes, they do have a win.
Game 3, 2, 3.
Hey,
In one of the earlier games.
it's been a long night.
It has been. It is. But in one of the earlier games, these guys got themselves a win. And then again, haven't really had a whole lot of impact since then as far as big showings. So maybe this is the game where they get that northwestern circle and they go, yeah, and get the win here.
I think it proves to show that regardless of whether you're playing in Wingman or traditional competitive PUBG. If you're playing with the best players in the world, consistency is key.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You don't just want to have one win and then fall off. It sometimes might benefit you just to be settling in the top 5 to top 8 with a bunch of kills, and that's going to keep you at the top of whatever leaderboard you might be competing in.
Especially with, I mean, even though you might not win the tournament here, there's so much on the line. Ooh, Rusty gets down Moody. He's by himself now, and Raspo is off on the other side.
Oh, he's doing a loopy boy.
He needs the help.
He's throwing his grenades as if they're mortars.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to buy himself some time because he renovated and pushing on it. He needs to push on it too. He knows that if I don't get him down quickly, that's going to be Raspo over
he's just
and
missed
helping
him in the corner there.
No, he was.
He was on the other side of the wall. Yes.
Yeah, you got X-ray debated.
I got X-ray debated.
X'd.
Raspo is just running straight into this ongoing battle between his teammate and Moven, and Moody just getting further enough away from the nade so it only knocks him, but Raspo will finish off the kill on the floor. That is not good news for Team Moven, and Venerate is going to have to pick up the pieces.
From one game with a ton of kills to now potentially going out early on. As I say that though, Rusty goes down, Raspo's half HP, and he gets him down too. Venerated lives to see the end of, well, maybe not necessarily
on his own V for Vendetta quest there.
Mm-hmm.
Very admirable showing by him to get the double kill, avenging his brother as he falls.
Even better for him, the circle goes down south, so that is gonna at least make that first rotation a little more doable.
Yes.
Seems to
55 alive, 30 teams, 10 minutes, almost ticked over.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with these guys landing on top of each other. Normally, I mean, tournaments I've been used to cast is where you have the first game on a new map might be that game where things go chaotic, and then it's as if teams kind of fall in line after that and make room for each other. But here, there's just no way in hell anyone's making room for anything. Does it happen, Lampalot? Do you hit the ready?
Sir Lampalot. A knight in shining armor in the historic region of Erangel.
Yep. He was always famous for being the one who brought his short sword to the shooting range.
I'm not sure if it was a short sword or if he was the famous jouster on horseback competing for the king's honor.
Could also be.
Whoa, okay, Baby Beans, Mini Fridge, Capitan Bublo, and Adam of Lazarus. Making sure our kill feed doesn't get too much rest. And Kickstart as well of Sharp Start. Taking out one of the Bouses, God Zero.
See Baby Beans.
Baby Beans. Bye Beans.
Running up the hill. He has a chance to confront Adam up close. Him and Aloe, of course, they have themselves a win already in the tournament. Lazarus, if they want to have any chance of doing anything as far as winning this, then they need to get a whole hell of a lot of points. With the check goes down, him and Lopes are currently sitting first place. So that's of course not what you want to have happen. Oh, does he get away? Yes, he does.
Bye Beans. Sharp Shot. Eliminating Boss Esports with a nade onto Vinny.
That's a long
2 kills for Kickstart and Sharp Shot. It's a sharp start for Sharp Start.
Yep.
Envy feeling envious on just half their frags, but still good position to be in with 11 minutes gone.
And a fridge full of beans.
Fridge full of beans. Bye beans.
You are a mystery to me, pal. I enjoy it, don't get me wrong. But you are a mysterious man.
I'm just a guy working at 6 a.m.
Yes.
Watching some hardcore PUBG duos as Eddie Stick practices his trigger discipline. He wants to line up the headshot. Is he going to get it? Dancing in his crosshairs.
He's not making it easy for him.
It's not making it easy. It's like he's got an idea that this is happening.
You always have to play like this. I mean, that's what I love about
Ditsor,
it.
a smart guy.
You always have to be like this.
But as soon as you stay still for too long, that bullet... Oh! Did he spot you out there? No, he didn't.
It just, it had to happen, right?
Eddie Stick.
It had to happen.
That is, you know, if we ever get trigger discipline in the Oxford English Dictionary and it's like some sort of VR, AR version of it, they will show that video as an example of perfect trigger discipline, waiting for the opportune moment to land a headshot and then push on to the teammate Frogman with the help of his teammate Archeloff. Frogman in a spot of bother. If he can get one knock, he might be able to get out alive, but he's really struggling here.
In all fairness, you got to give it to DT Soul there as well. He I mean, he was moving around even without anyone looking towards him, really making the best of anything he had to work with there. But unfortunately, down he goes, and that's going to be his team out as Frogman went down as well.
We've got the mountain in the circle.
Mountain and field and a little bit of ruins. This is pretty much no matter where it goes, it's going to be hard for these teams to play around.
Poem and Locrix of Singularity throwing out some smokes, masking their movements in the reeds, creeping slowly closer, hopefully for them towards victory.
In their natural habitat.
In their natural habitat. Singularity, of course, is an esports organization that stretches, excuse me, across multiple esports titles. And so Poem and Locrix definitely want to bolster even further that that organization's name.
Danish organization.
Is it a Danish organization?
Yeah.
Okay.
Represent.
Reppin'. Fridge for the Baines eliminated as Baby Baines falls to Wolf.
Is that like a British way of saying beans?
No, it's a parlor way of saying it.
Ah, okay. I get that.
Just enjoying the names, man. Enjoying the stories.
I can respect that. I can respect that. Yep.
I don't think you can, man. I'm feeling judged.
I'm
feeling judged right now.
I'm really trying. I'm really trying.
25 teams left, 14 minutes down. This has been quite a fast start as we enter the middle portion of the match.
But we're also heading into an area now with very few compounds, a lot of open areas, and not a whole lot up for grabs. But PG, they're sitting in one of those good spots, and well, I mean, we'll see what they can, what use they can make of the situation that they're in, or the position they're in.
Yes.
And you have Lambalot and his teammate on the other side, and Snowbird here. Frank is down, but he is going to go down as well.
Yep, Guben and Piscopata. Good job there. Sorry, that's not Psychopata.
Psychopata, yeah.
Yeah, protecting his teammate.
Crusaders.
Should be able to resurrect him from near fatality.
This is interesting. You had Lopes and Jack Shooter miles out on the eastern side, and I know that Jack was knocked earlier, but they are really playing it safe. Could that have something to do with them currently sitting in second and just don't want to risk going out early? Because there's a lot of money on the line, right? I mean, it's a $40,000 split.
Indeed. So making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past them homebound. Adam of Lazarus 2 rushing through the blue as Wolf dashes past him on the bike, him and Disciple. Oh, look at this.
That's a rotation.
So much fire. That is a rotation, a tricky one at that. And I mean...
And he just jumps off and kills himself.
Yeah.
That happened.
That was some rather hectic action. It's Sharp Start with 4 kills, Toby.
That's impressive. We talked about them just before. We said, guys, you got to step up if you want to take down Lopes and Check Shooter. And, well, I mean, right now, they sure are getting the kills with them. And they've been doing this before. We're just missing them in the whole kill thing. Adam, he gave up. He
went
called it
for
quits.
a swim.
I think he DC'd.
He's going to be enjoying a watery death.
Yeah. You see down the list, he got Ghost
Oh, we can see our overall leaderboard there.
Oh.
I'm not sure if that's a live updated leaderboard.
It should be.
Okay. Very good for us to have that. It's not live updated.
Oh.
It's not.
It was at one point.
Yep. Maybe we'll get that in the last game. Shrimsy and Snakers, the Ghost Hooligans, in an engagement with the Sharp Starters up at the top of that hill formation. Sharp Start surely don't want to give away too much here, considering they've got 4 kills. Both members alive, approaching the top 20. Need to get higher than that to get some substantial points from your placement. Avelino onto Naluk.
They've been trying to hold off people from entering this area for so long now.
Never
Now
face
finally they have a chance of holding them down. But Lopes and Jack, the 2 guys currently sitting in first place, they hurt the shots, and you can see how quickly they are in making their approach on up towards them. And I think he must have heard some steps behind him. So yep, now he spots Lopes too.
Oh, good shots by Lopes.
Yeah, double peek coming in there. That's going to be them down immediately. But MT is still around. He's still around on the bottom side. Nate's thrown forward to get the flush in. Oh, did you see him?
Oh no, your peripheral vision, Lopes. Yeah.
There you go, that's the info.
Good finish on the kill by Check Shooter, and that's going to be never face-to-face annihilated. Sorry. No, never face-to-face annihilating Avelino and his team.
MT is trying to run around the corner here. He wants to get further inside the circle, but of course, them being miles out on the edge is not exactly going to make things easy. Taro, double nade coming in there. Good job by him.
Interrogate deciding that the best form of interrogation is to just explode.
Yeah, that is the strategy.
And GRunner also following in line, blowing up evasion, eliminating almost in eliminated. 19th place.
Were they almost eliminated?
No, they were eliminated.
So almost eliminated.
Almost were eliminated. Oh, sharp shot.
Wow,
great.
Mid-air.
Yeah, very accurate fire onto Guben there. He's trying to continue that onto Psychopata.
Yeah, he's like, where in the hell am I supposed to go here if I can't even run away from this rock I'm sitting on? Aloe being contained by Kickstart as well. They have full control right now of the hilltop, and they need to play this style, because if they allow for teams to push up towards him, that's just going to make things extremely hard. Simplicity, they rack up more points to, well, I mean, try to at least solidify that first place spot. Sharpshot gets down the finish up on
living up to his name, Toby. Some very admirable sharp shooting.
For sure. Very, very, very impressive.
And this is the kickstart, potentially, that sharp start need in this penultimate game of the evening. Let's not forget, we only have one more game after this. And it's a battle for contention between, let's say, the top 6, top 8, potentially.
At least for first place, yeah.
At least for first place,
Unless if something really crazy happened in this game, but let alone the fact that you still have the current first place alive, and they got kills already too, that's going to make it really hard for the teams to take over. Unless if you're not already in like the top 5.
No doubt.
That's a good band.
That was Gwen Stefani's band, right? Couldn't name one of their songs, but I know who they are. I know they're very popular, and they made some good music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our producer just said, don't speak.
Well,
I'm not entirely sure if that is a track name or if a direction to us, so let's just go quiet.
Oh. You know the song? Don't speak. Na, 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 na.
Oh, yeah, that one Scrappy Doo does when he comes into scenes in Scooby-Doo.
He sings that song?
No, Toby, I'm just making a joke with regards to your Scrappy-Doo impersonation earlier this morning. Whenever. Alo from Lazarus 2, sniffing out the sharp start, lads, as D-Treats knocks down Archeloff, backs off, and tries to get his teammate as well. Wow. Never face-to-face, have been eliminated by Singularity. Lampalot and D-Treats do finish off Eddie and Archeloff, eliminating Eternals Gaming.
As you can see, the aggression has been not taken out, because people still there, but for the most part now that, I mean, we're getting more later into the tournament here, people are playing it a little slower. As I say,
and there's the man himself, Capitan Bublo, and Interrogate following shortly behind. Envy, yes, on 5 kills.
That is an impressive feat for sure. Venerated, trying to run on up the hill. He is the other side of Envy. Of course, 2 Envy teams in this duo tournament. His 2 counterparts over on the other side of the road. He will have to get over there. Potentially, should the next
we're going to see an Envy versus Envy skirmish happening as Venerated heads over this hill. Unfortunately, he doesn't have Moody to bolster his position.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if there were 2 scouts that he would love to take on the server, it would be those of his teammates.
Well, I mean, last game Moody got himself 8 kills without any kills coming in from Venerated, right?
That's right,
so
Toby.
We could expect at least the same for Venerated.
Oh, look at this. Funny sort of battling between Kickstart and Alo on top of the mountain. Sharpshot pretty much out of the battle at this point. And with that Molotov, oh no, just landing over.
Timing.
Kickstart might get caught out here. Alo's trying to rotate around him and be unpredictable. He's also being shot by Shrimzy.
And he needs to commit to the rest here. You can see Sharpshot is low in the tick. And with the new circle popping soon, he needs to
with the third partying from Ghost Hooligans, that's actually allowed that res. That probably might not have, that could have not happened if Alo had freedom to push up.
You can see they're trying to push peek on over, but the guys from below, they're spotting up towards him, so that's going to prevent them from taking down Alo, at least for now. And then they get me a Pro Stone Snake. I mean, Seasoggy had an insane first game on Miramar today. Really, really crazy performances and crazy headshots with that M24 coming out from him. We'll see if he can do anything in repeat here.
Oh, he's waiting for that head. He's waiting for that headshot.
Do not stand still. Ella does get taken down, so it's going to be Laserius 2 eliminated.
And that's going to be Sharp start on 6 kills as they head into the top 10. A good game for them. Let's see if they can hold on to it. Dirty's in now, rotating around Shrimsy, knocking him, finishing off the kill as well. Let's see if they can get Snakers also.
Got to secure those points. Got to flush them if you can. Dirty spots up the hill. Sees both Sharp and kicks that up.
I think you can get a nade up there, buddy.
Grenade launcher, maybe. Bazooka, potentially.
Grenade launcher, bazooka, mortar.
Yeah, something like that.
Venerator has sniffed out Runner, and he finishes off the kill as well. It's going to be on Capitan. The last of Piantaus.
Down they go. 30 goes
Sharp
down as
shot
well.
on another kill.
They have a really good position in the hilltop, and they can push down that side of it as well now. Lopes and Czech, they've made their way into the circle. Finally,
I like this rotation by Venerated, Toby.
Yeah, around the side.
Complete
really
repositioning.
He heard that there were people in the house, and he was like, you know what, no reason for me to go up and contest that whatsoever. He peeked up, tried to see if there was anything to get info-wise early on, realized that there wasn't, push around the side instead. Really smart play. Especially when you're solo, because you have to limit how many angles you have to hold. And when you have, like when you hug the wall like he does right now, he knows that there's no one on his east side, means that he can focus on what's in front of him instead.
Indeed. I definitely like the way he's playing this. He needs to get, I think, 6 frags to match Moody's performance.
It's going to be difficult.
It's going to be very tough.
Going
to be very, very tough.
Also, it was under arguably different circumstances that Moody got his kills.
Yeah. Moody went on a one-man army rampage, moving from spot to spot, taking out whichever competition reared their heads in front of him.
And to be fair, I think Moody already had 5 kills when Venerated was still alive.
Yep.
So, changes things up a little bit, but of course the expectations won't go down because of that. Ooh,
good shot by Caps.
That was very impressive.
Good master of the mechanics there in PUBG, leading his shot.
Oh, he died to the blue.
Yeah, Capitan going out on the stretcher in the blue.
Unfortunate. Pat Caps and Interrogate. Interrogate with 5 kills now as well. Kazan is trying to tank it up. Will he be able to get healed on up? He will. But as you can see, Pat Caps knows exactly where he's coming out from. As I say that, though, maybe he's actually not quite aware of where he is. Can he get that first hit off? Yes, just exactly. One more should be able to be pulled off, but then the run has to come in. No smokes thrown so far. And just 30 seconds to go until that circle starts closing in.
If Dietrichs and Lampalot haven't accounted for Venerated being to their southeast, it could be a good opportunity for Venerated to be a third party in these engagements. And as I say that, Interrogate is going to start firing off towards Lobes. And Czech Shooter now looking towards the north, which is going to be actually overlooking Venerated, closer towards where Dietrichs and Lampalot are.
These guys, they're pushing aggressively forward. He's had the call probably that he was down on the tree, and that's right on the money. Wow.
Stunning nade by Caps, and that might be able to finish him off. That second nade. Venerated's choosing to make a move now. I'm surprised he's doing it this early.
Taro gets Lopes down. Finish up on towards him. That nade should be able to take out Venerated. No. He gets shot.
8 kills for Sharp Start. 6 for Envy, 3 for P1 Black, 2 for Simplicity. 4 teams remaining, Toby, just 7 alive.
We talked about how we wanted Kickstart and Sharpshot to wake up, all of a sudden have a chance of getting a win with a potential double-digit kills to it as well. That would really throw them up there in the top with just a couple of games remaining, or 1 game remaining, make that after this one. So impressive feat so far, but gotta keep in mind as for the first place, Czech is still alive, and these guys are currently sitting in first place already, and with some kills in that game too, that's gonna make it even harder for teams to surpass them in the next one.
Good headshot there by Dietrichs onto Sharp Start. Should be safe to be raised by his teammate Kickstart, however. Sharp shot, sorry.
I think everyone's really sitting around and looking right now for where that next circle will go in 10 seconds. Because if it goes south, there's no reason for Interrogate and Padcaps to really move. If it goes west, Sharpshot and his team and Kickstart, they can stay up on the hills. I mean, everyone wants to see where that circle goes. And go center.
And it just stays centered right on top of Czech Shooter.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting. Sharp, of course, and Kickstart, they have to make their way down the mountain, but do they go south, down towards Terror?
I would stay as north as possible on that circle.
Yeah. It's very open up there, though.
Yes.
On the other side.
Open.
Seems like Taro and Patcaps, they want to run up the hill.
Yeah, and I think that's the right thing to do as well.
Get like the overview of what's below you at
Yeah,
least. Yeah,
and push Sharp Start closer towards Lampalot and D-Treats.
yeah, makes sense.
It's going to give an opportunity for Check Shooter to third party here if D-Treats and Lampalot just overlook him. And in fact, yeah, their attention is completely on Sharp Start at the top of the hill as Interrogate's mantling up, rock climbing to get closer to the enemy.
Slowly but steadily making his way on forward. Has one nade to use still. Smokes in there too. See him looking on forward. He wants to get that high ground vision. He knows there are people up and above him.
So close now, Toby.
You can hear the steps too.
He can hear the steps. He's looking for the perfect angle. He's looking for a head. Just a peek over. A sharp shot lays down the fire towards Caps. Interrogate's going to react to that. He's going to peek over. He's going to look for this engagement. Sharp shot knows Interrogate is pushed up now as well.
Yeah, he had to use Patcaps.
This is a crucial battle, Toby.
It really is. Had to use Patcaps as bait just before there. Oh, Patcaps, can you get up there? Oh, Lampalot, sneaky player. These guys are all fighting in the blue. Keep that in mind. Kickstart goes down, and that's going to be the elimination of Sharp Start. Good game for them, though. 8 kills. Good performance. But another team with 8 kills is going to be Envy. With
I
just 3
like
teams
this
remaining.
Envy moving straight away. Unfortunately, they don't know Lampalot just over the ridge, and they capitalize on that beautifully. P1 Black with the kill onto Interrogate. Now we're in a 2 versus 1 versus 1. Check Shooters just snaking. I think he wants those placement points. Caps firing towards Lampalot. And Caps is going to be killed now. And now it's just a 2 versus 1. I think Check Shooter, your days are numbered.
You say that. Nade's coming in now as well. They know exactly where he is. That one could be right on the money. Ooh, half HP still remaining. I think that might have been the last nade for either of them. So they have to either push this one, because you can see the positioning. Check is right on the dot. Like, they will have to push down towards him somehow.
Pretty much the only advantage he has at this point, Toby. He's going to sit in those smokes closer to the center of the circle. And I think inevitably be pushed by D-Treats and Lampalot. This is a 2v1. I can't see him winning.
In all honesty, what he should do, if he has enough smokes, just stay inside. He has 3 more smokes. Just stay inside the smoke. Like, make sure that you're in the center of the smoke so that it will always be there on you, and force them on top of you. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean.
They're just firing into the smoke right now, hoping to land those shots, and D-Treats does exactly that. 1 tap, killing Check Shooter, and with 6 kills and a first-place finish, Player 1 Black are going to benefit from 32 points.
Very impressive victory there in the end. Really smart push up the hill as well to secure the kill on the guys on the top. But both for Interrogate and Envy, and also for Sharp Start, really, really impressive end game. The guys in Sharp Start, they had the mountain for the longest of time, and they were just dealing damage all over the place.
Yeah, that was... I mean, all these games have delivered so far across Europe and the Americas, and this one certainly fell in line with that trend. This was a great shot by Eddie. He practiced so much trigger discipline to land that. Uncivils also had a tough engagement there. He managed to get a kill, but then got destroyed shortly after. Sharp Start held on that entire match down to the final 3 or 4.
Considering how far Venerated made it, his teammate Moody went down extremely early. We saw that with the first engagement up by the warehouse. So very impressive that he managed to stay put for as long as he did.
Yeah, Venerated can be proud of his performance.
For sure. Very impressive, to say the least. Lampalot, some good AOG spray downs. Got himself the first one there. He would take down Patcaps eventually as well. And then to finish things off, D-Treats with a single tap to the face took down Check Shooter. But that is going to be the guys from Simplicity that were in the first place last game, now taking a second with kills too. Could it be closed already?
Well, everybody, we will find out after a short break. Toby, we have only one more game remaining. One final outing on Erangel, and it's going to be that map that decides who will be our champion of the Americas here at Season 7 of GLL Wingman. Don't go anywhere. You do not want to miss how everything pans out. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, the culmination of weeks of hard-fought competition, the very final map of GLL Wingman Series 7. We've already crowned our European champions, and now it's time to do the same for the Americas. My name is Parla, and this is Toby. How are you feeling, buddy?
Good. Nothing but good.
Good. I'm
good.
feeling really excited to see the overall leaderboard. Up first, we'll check out the scoreboard for our 5th map of the day, and then check out, that overall leaderboard to see exactly where we are and who is in contention for that top spot. $40,000 on the line. The lion's share, of course, going to our champion when it's all said and done at the end of the night. Toby, any predictions?
I mean, I would assume, we have to see Simplicity still sitting at first, but whether they can hold it, people are going to be hunting now, that's for sure.
Yeah, Toby, let's take a look at the scoreboard for Game 5 of the day that we just saw take place. It was P1 Black, player 1 Black, that got 20 placement points for first place, 6 kills, meaning 12 added on to that, 32 overall. Envy in second, Sharp Start in third, Pros Don't Snake in fourth, and Simplicity in 5th.
Yeah, so despite getting second place, only 2 kills with it means that they'll be a bit down the line, but they already have a bit of a gap in that first place coming into last game, so I'm assuming that they'll be staying up there for now. But as I said before, some of the teams that might even be miles out of it, there's no saying whether they'll just go full Joker on us and just pull off interesting random stuff. We'll have to wait and see.
I would love to see that, Toby.
Yeah.
And here is the overall leaderboard going into the final game. Simplicity are 15 points clear of Pros Don't Snake in second. Piantaus Gaming are in third. And then we have Lazarus and Ghost Hooligans in fourth and fifth.
They're close too.
So, at this point, our top 5 is pretty solid. Simplicity are in a really good position. If they score maybe 10 to 12 points, I think they will cement themselves as champions. However, if they have an awful game, things could flip around from second to third, fourth to fifth. Toby, this is what we have all been waiting for. Game 6 of the GLL Wingman Series 7 finals for the Americas. And it's all going to be played out on, of course, the classic of PUBG Erangel.
Could not have said it any better myself, Paul. And those of you guys watching out there, let's show some support in the chat for the guys that we're rooting for. If you're fanboying any of these amazing 31 teams, do make sure to show your support. I'm sure the guys playing would support it. And let's keep our binoculars out real quick for exactly where Czech Shooter and our boy Lopes have positioned themselves. They're out east. No, that's Luboy. Ha! I got debated by that name. Luboy, not Lopes.
Czech Shooter, where you at?
Where are you at, guys? Where are you at? Where are you at? I'm looking.
Where are the
There's so many names on top of each other. There you go. They're in the middle. They're down by school and apps.
Yes, directly in the middle.
There are players around them, for sure. There are a lot of players around them. You got Goopin over there. You got HVC. You got DTs, and you got Pome in the area as well. Plenty of potentials of them being forced into fights much earlier than what they would want to.
Exactly. Could that be a tactic from the other team? Oh, we've got a mini circle at the very end of our tournament. Like we established, weeks have led up to this, and it's going to be exciting to see it all come to a close with this melee circle. The potential, exactly, potential melee circle. At least we're starting off including the area.
Yeah, there's a pretty big chance it's gonna head on down there. But we've seen crazy shifts before, and there's still a chance that it could indeed shift back to mainland. But 2 teams have made their way over there already. It's gonna be Lauren and then Wolf and Disciple. They'll have all the room in the world to work with, and now I guess it's up to them in their little candy land to pick and choose what they want to play from.
One of the questions I'm asking myself, Toby, is how much of a target a Czech Shooter and Loeb going to have on their backs?
A big one, but the thing is, one thing is when it's squads, you have 16 teams, and you're playing a lobby with teams that you've played against before, so you have somewhat of a knowledge in where teams tend to play against one another. Here, when it's duos, 31 teams in this one, there's just no saying who's where. You as much prep work as you can do, as much as you can watch the VODs from the previous games before the next one starts, it's just very, very, very limited what amount of info you can get to prep yourself. So if you're hunting for a specific team, it's practically impossible.
We're also closing out this final game of the night, Toby, on a South American server. Everybody look at the bottom of the screen. So remember, Toby mentioned it earlier in the evening, that when we're playing across the Americas, that we switch between NA servers and SA servers. Could that be a fact here that's going to be disadvantageous for the American teams? Might we see, I can't remember how to say it, the Brazilian duo that are currently in the top
Singularity?
5? No.
Oh, the top 5 one with a P. Captain.
With Capitan, with Capitan.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We never know. We never know. That's going to give him a benefit. I know there's always a bit of a chitter-chatter going on in America saying that, oh, why are all the servers West Coast only? So I think they're like a lot of the NA players that are living in the center or in the East Coast side of things, they're used to not necessarily high ping, but higher ping than what you'd usually play with. So for the most part, I don't think it's going to be that much of a factor. But we'll, of course, have to wait and see. Maybe, oh maybe shots will be missed that could have been hit elsewhere. Maybe it could go the other way, that they're all of a sudden with higher ping starting to land shots that they're not used to landing. We'll have to see how that impacts the final game.
Yep, let's take a look at how the pace is shaping up early on in this match. We've already seen multiple engagements. A couple of kills as well, if I'm not mistaken, Toby.
Yeah, Pum went down just before. It's going to be one of them. D-Treats and
P1 Black. Yeah, P1 Black being eliminated.
They won last game.
Yeah, they won the last game. That's
wow.
A rough start for them. They're going to be very disappointed with that. As we see Moody dashing across the road, heading towards Frogman. He's not scared. He's not worried. He's going to go straight in with a headshot, annihilating the final player from Dual Channel, eliminated in 30th position.
No fear whatsoever. I don't think they know about Lokik's position, though. I don't think he was shooting before. I'm getting the shakes on the camera saying that they indeed do know about Lokik's position. As you can see with Venerated here on the side, seems like he has a pretty good indication that there's still someone lurking around in the compound.
Yep. So many kills, knocks happening within the first 5 minutes, Toby. It seems like the energy that's been expended over the last 5 matches has been reinvigorated, and everybody is looking for a piece of the action.
HVC and Cable, they've made their way down here too. They were coming down here hunting the last remaining Singularity player off of the first knock that they got onto their teammate, onto his teammate. And now, I mean, they might be in for a either a treat or like a little bit of a nightmare here with multiple teams being in the area.
Look at this, and the lock onto Sharp Shot, Shrimsy onto Baby Baines. Hov's FPS of Zabello's having to inject himself, get some life back. Oh, wow. Sharp Starter eliminated by Never Face to Face.
They got 3rd place last game with 11 kills to it as well. So that's a rough way to finish off the tournament. We keep talking about it and we can talk about it again. Sure, it's one thing to win the tournament, but down the line, there's a lot of placement points and a lot of money in that prize pool to play for. So going out early this one without having a chance to really push yourself up, maybe that 1 or 2 or 3 placements higher, that is going to be unfortunate.
Yep, 4 teams already killed just 6 minutes in, Toby.
That is crazy.
The embers to a roaring fire are starting to take shape.
Absolutely
4 kills for Never Face to Face. I mean,
exactly.
I can't even remember exactly where they are in the overall leaderboard. Maybe we can get that up shortly, but I'm not sure if that can do too much for them to even push them into
maybe they can get them into the money. Yeah, exactly. Could be what they're hoping for, of course. That's what you want to get in the end of things. It's not that this qualifies you for other things forward, so you want to get the good things going here.
No, I mean, they're not even in our, top 16 there?
Yeah, they would need a 40 kill win.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something like that. It's most likely not going to happen. In any case, they can make their way on up, and you never know. They could get a solid high point game here, at least to end with the pride on their side.
Indeed. Let's not forget that so much pride is on the line. Even if you're not in the money, you still want to be at your best every game. Venerated of moving, trying to finish off FPS there, and he does exactly that. 7 Below are eliminated in 28th position. Low Kicks looking out of his building for Singularity, trying to make sure he's not caught off guard.
Yeah,
His Venerated moves around him. I think Venerated is probably going to go for the res onto Moody very shortly.
But they saw each other. They
did see each other. 4 frags apiece now for Moving and Never Face to Face. Venerated, you're going to be in a tough spot going through these smokes. You're going to have to play it perfectly, dancing through the mist to get to your teammate. Is it going to work out? He hops behind the Jeep. Low kicks raining hell upon him. Does not want him to get the res. And he does not. Moody and Venerated our snowboard coming over the hill with Frank the Tank. Moving are eliminated.
It's always Frank the Tank's team. It's always those two early game that mess up things for others.
Very cheeky.
The Winchester Outlaws that never played the Winchester once in all of these finals will indeed be the ruiner of the last game for Envy there. That's an unfortunate set of circumstances. Not Envy, of course, but Moo.
What sort of tactics are we going to expect from Simplicity and the other teams in the top 3 to 5? It's going to be passive, right?
Yeah.
And then in the late game, they're going to try to pick up maybe 2 to 3 kills. They're not going to want to engage or overcommit.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. They need to just play it super safe, and they need to take the fights that come to them. Lopesies in the water, that's not what you want to have happen, especially when you have a guy beating you to the shoreline. You can see right now, Goopin is swimming in. Lopes is going to get beat to it. And that, I mean, there's no way that Lopes is going to survive this. We saw the circle just shrink south as well. This is going to be hard for Lopes. He does have check on the other side, though, with the Mini 14. And you can see Goopin trying to dodge all these bullets. He has to go down into the water new. And Lopes, he might get saved because of this. But where is Goopin's teammate in all of this?
I'm not sure, Toby. Maybe he's eliminated. He could be eliminated.
Yeah,
it does look to be the case. Goopin is on his own.
Yeah.
And great covering fire by Check Shooter. And look at the circle, Toby.
And look at also this one. PG, they're coming in just above right now. They're coming into the exact same area. If they realize that you got some of the Simplicity guys in the water and nearby, that's going to be real close. But never face-to-face. Already 4 kills this game. Can they make it 6?
They need to make it 6 if they want to survive this engagement. And Lauren Sid onto Rusty.
Whoa! Nade on the money.
Never face-to-face are just exploding quite literally into this final game of the championship. Taylor J as well and Jice knocking out Only Esports, eliminated in 25th position.
Well, they know they need like 30 kills to win it, so they're just saying, you know, we might as well just go all in on this one. 6 kills already, and we're 10 minutes into the game, and that's going to be an explosion as well. Snakus is actually going to be one to take himself out, so little points denied for Handy Who, but Shrimsy is still in the water, trying to see if he can make his way forward and somehow get into the shore. Lopes has made his way over to the other side as well. Check Shooter and him, they have made their safe passage to the military side of things, and you got PG just on the other side right now and trying to make the rotation on over, but they are going to be in for a rough one if they're trying to go for that eastern bridge.
Yeah, Check Shooter and Lopes managed to make that safe passage.
Yeah.
And they're in the circle now on the island over military. They managed to not end up worse for wear when Goopin almost made it to shore. Well, he did make it to shore.
Yeah.
First.
Did not have a teammate there to help him out, unfortunately.
No.
Unfortunately not. Aloe and Adam trying to plan out their rotation moving forward. And then you have Puplo here. He's rotating in as well. He spots Aloe, and now they have to stop their vehicle. Have to drive down underneath. If they go out here, that could pretty much be game over for anyone trying to catch up towards Simplicity. But of course, we cannot count out anyone before that game has ended. But 43 players only remaining. We lost 20 players in the first 11 minutes.
Exactly. 20 players in the first 11 minutes. Rello trying to make it 2 more with a heavily cooked nade. Is that going to land just perfectly on top? Slightly far. If you cook that for a second more, buddy, you might have gotten 2 kills for your efforts. He's going to back off now as Shinboy lays down covering fire. Really effective covering fire, actually. Handy Who dies due to that. Well, he's knocked, and I'm assuming that Rello's going to finish him off. He's trying to bait out the teammate with some shots, and that is exactly what happens. He's now going to be able to kill yes, just about. Very messy engagement at the end moments there.
From behind.
A good nade over the top of Mafos, but it's bouncing over the back of him, Toby.
And they need to get out of there. As you can see, shots coming in from E United. I believe it is from behind. They need to get the hell out of there. United already has kills, and Runner and Captain, they're in the water underneath. They need to get into this circle somehow, but Aloe and his teammate are pushing on in. And, I mean, this ain't going to be easy whatsoever. They heard all the commotion, Aloe and Adam, and they want a part of this pie.
They do. Everybody wants a part of the pie at this point, Toby. It's the final map of the entire competition. Even the teams that aren't in contention for the money, they want to go out on their shields. They are going to put it all on the line. and they want to have that pride of saying they compete to the very best of their ability. Allo of Lazarus too, taken down by Shinboy, and Shinboy's following it up with a grenade that's slightly too far, but it does do the damage needed. Allo wants to run into the blue, I think, at this point to stop the kill.
Can Adam get the res up towards Allo? I think he just exactly crawled inside the circle on the edge there. I think he actually might be able to get him. It's going to be close. Nah, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Allo, down and out. Shinboy gets the kill on towards him. Allo wanted to get the third party in. Did not work out. And now Runner and Captain, they're kind of capitalizing on all this chaos on the bridge. And they're saying, please just keep doing what you do up there. We'll just spend the time swimming across in the meantime.
Yep, 2 aquatic warriors carefully making their way under the bridge towards the island. They need to start moving towards that circle, establishing some sort of foothold in that much contested territory that so many players are already in ahead of them.
Lopes and Czech sitting under the A in Sosnovka, trying to stay alive. As they're currently trying to maintain that first place spot. Right now it's working out for them, of course, but should they go out early on, there's still 21 teams remaining, and we're not really into placement points to an extent that they can feel safe if they go out yet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Lobes and Czech Shooter just chilling relatively central to the circle. If we could get that overall leaderboard up with an overview of the map as well, it could be good to see what possibilities might occur over the next few minutes.
Yeah, no, Captain is up there. Pros Don't Snake, they're in the mix.
So Pros Don't Snake need a few kills.
Yeah, they're sitting on the east side.
And to essentially finish a few places above Simplicity if they want to flip this around. The same goes for Pientaus. But Simplicity are looking very strong right now. They need to, at this point, I think Pros Don't Snake, Piantos, and Lazarus need to try to find Simplicity and take them out. Or they need them to fall at this point.
Yeah, Lazarus only has Adam remaining.
Yeah.
And the Ghost Hooligans team is down to just Shrimsy, which means that it's only pretty much PDS. 0 kills so far, as you can see here. And then you have PG. They don't have kills either, I believe, this game. So they will need to do some sort of harvesting.
Yep, the pressure's on, Zin. You can't wait too long.
And the thing is not only that, but they also need for Lopes and Czech to go out early.
Yes.
Like, they cannot let them stay alive.
I think that's the key at this point. We need to see Czech and Lobes.
Like, how do you know? How do you,
of course you don't,
guys
Toby.
know where the hell they are?
You don't.
But once they start shooting, like, if they get a knock or get one knock, does that force other teams to run in that direction? And what's going to happen? We'll see Circle goes out east, so it's going to force most teams to move. And for the 2 guys that we're talking about just before the chance to make it in, well, we'll have to wait and see. The Circle go in their direction, but it's not a safety concern or safety guarantee that that's going to give anything with it.
Oh, okay, and the Circle has moved slightly to the west.
You see Lauren is pushing up towards Czech and Lopes. I mean, Lauren, they're already fighting hard, but there it is, and it's going to go down. That's not good. He's in the Wizard Tower.
Oh, Czech and Lopes could be under some pressure at this point from Mime and the guys from almost to the south, as they're also closed in from the west. I didn't catch exactly which team it was. Uncivils and Purdy taking out Black.
Guys, they want to get in. They want to get the rest on up to the teammate.
Look.
Yep. They're pushing on forward. Lauren and NA-Lock.
Oh, Czech Shooter and Loeb. Now is a crucial moment in your tournament lives.
Pushing on towards Simplicity. You can see they're running too.
It's Never to the Face, actually, who have been on a tear so far with 6 kills. So they're going to take this fight if they see the opportunity. About 60% damage onto Czech Shooter.
You also have a team sitting on the northern side of them that could potentially push down a third party.
Toby, is it happening?
This could get really, really close. Boss goes down 30, gets himself a kill. That's, again, Pros Don't Snake starting to get points. Piantas have themselves their first point too, and Hooligans do as well. So things are getting ever so close. You can see Set, they're making the run on in this direction. But we want them to focus on Simplicity and not help each other and potentially give Simplicity even more kills. So the first knock comes in on towards Loeb.
Czech Shooter returns onto Naluk. This is the crucial moment that we've been waiting for, and Lobes is killed.
This is really not good for them. Czech is down. He's on his own. He spots out one, and he gets the finish off with 2 points. And he gets the double. That's 4 points.
2 points. Those are very crucial kills.
4 points.
Yes, 4 points for the 2 kills.
Exactly.
But now he's out in the open. They know where he is.
They have
surrounded.
To go for this too. They need to go for this. Can he do it? Can he pull off the hero play? 1v2. Not going to happen. 15th, make that 16th place and only 4 kill points.
So Toby, let's get that overall leaderboard up on the screen right now. and see if that's enough for them. So that's going to put them at about 96 points.
96, and then
Pros Don't Snake, with a good placement and maybe 3 to 4 kills, they could overtake. Piantaus have a chance as well, Toby.
Yeah.
It's all up in the air.
It really is. I mean, it really is at this point. If they can get, like, if either Piantaus or the or Pros Don't Snake can get top 5 with, let's say, 3 or 4 kills, then that's where they that's where it gets scary close.
It gets very, very close. A big shout out to Never Face to Face, by the way, creating 7 frags within 18 minutes of the game. They go out on their shields.
Ooh,
they can be proud of that.
Forward.
These are the kills that Piantaus need.
Yeah,
GRunner and Capitan Bublo, I think they know it as well. They want this engagement with Relo and Shinboy.
Yeah, they must have seen them go out at this point, and that's gonna force them to. I mean, that's the thing. How does it pressure you? How does it pressure you when you see that first place team go out? Does it say, oh no, there's a chance now we have to play more passive? Or do you keep playing the play style you've played to get to the spot that you are in now?
Exactly, and that's where the improvisational side of playing competitive PUBG comes into it, comes into the equation, Toby. Yeah. What's the best approach now? Do we try to clutch up in terms of kills? Do we try to be a bit more aggressive, or are we going to wait it out and try to get our kills in the final moments of the game?
Exactly. It's going to be really, really, really close. That's
one kill now for Piantaus, 1 kill for Pros Don't Snake. Both teams with both players alive. GRunner and Capitan can benefit a lot from this. That's an amazing headshot onto Shinboy. Relo is going to reposition due to that, and GRunner is taking the initiative to push up, not fearing the engagement.
That was absolutely insane. And Pros Don't Snake, they're starting to get points in it too. GRunner just gets the first aid off, stays alive through that nade. Staying alive for ever so long, and that's going to be the headshot to 2 points now for Capitan and his teammate GRunner. Securing points, and the most important is securing placements. But look at what's coming in from behind Paplix and HNK1. This could be the death of the guys in Piantaus if they don't watch out right now. They're full committed to the looting.
No clue. You need to check your flank, boys. Oh, they managed to take some damage and stay alive. But no, GRunner is dropped now. I think that's going to be the end of Piantaus.
This is going to be real tough. GRunner gets flushed out too.
Captain trying to return fire, but no, Piantaus are going to be going out in 13th with 2 kills. That, I do not think, Toby, is going to be enough.
Not at all. That's going to be... now we have to switch our focus over towards PDS. 30 Cents and T-Sock, they're going to be the ones with the next chance alongside Shrimsy, but I don't think Shrimsy is a solo player. I know he just got killed, so that's not going to happen. I think like the only people that really have a chance now, realistically, is going to be Pros Don't Snake. I'm not sure if they're aware of it, but they will need... As I said before, like a top 5 placement with at least probably more kills than that too, to be honest, if it's not like a top 2 placement.
Yeah, top 5.
Top 5 with something
if they were to get like 12 points and then...
Yeah, let's say top 5 and then 5 kills.
Yeah, let's say that. I think that's a good margin to go by. They're not in a bad position. They're on the edge of the circle, but they could get third-partied by Adam or Kendo4 if those rotations come in and they're distracted by the team to the north of them, Toby.
I think they need to play the edge as they do right here, wait for that next circle to pop, and if it does go on land, they need to move early. They cannot allow to get pinned in. You can see how many teams are already making their rotations up towards them. They cannot let other teams like dictate their fights. They need to be the ones to go aggro when they want to, go back and heal when they need to as well. There's no way they can risk going out early in this one.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Slight lull in the combat right now. Just 1 knock from Sizzling onto HNK1. But that's a big kill.
That's the steal.
And Zin steals the kill. And that was the team that we mentioned to the north that could be a distraction.
Exactly.
So getting that kill is going to put them onto 3.
Adam spotted 2.
Or 2. I thought that maybe would make them 3. Nonetheless, a kill is what they need.
Adam gets spotted out as well. He gets the finish up onto 1, so that's going to alleviate some of the pressure on the south. But as you can see, the circle did go center up. So Dirty and T-Sock, they will indeed have to make that push towards the west side. They want to get down Paplex, though, before they make that run on in. They know there's one more player to deal with up there, and they do not want to let him from behind. And Paplex gets finished off. That should be the info for Dirty Sin and his teammate that's the team eliminated.
3 more kills, guys. You're in the top 10 now. Oh, T-Sock and Zin, it's all on you.
This is going to be real close. Adam is pushing up towards the compound. He's
yeah.
running alongside the
as long as they have a
there.
good idea of Adam being there and they can negate him or trade him out,
Yeah. Also,
then they'll still be in contention. They just have to avoid being third party.
Yeah.
They've got to play for the intel right now. Interrogate onto Frank the Tank as he tries to res his teammate Snowbird. Interrogate doesn't want to let him do that, though. He's going to push up.
He has nades as well. I was going to say nades in hand. Oh, T-Suck goes down. That's Adam, the sneaky plays from behind. He gets the flush on him, too. His spots on number 2, and that's going to be the team eliminated.
Oh, Toby!
That could be Adam, the shatterer of dreams right there. But then again, Lazarus, they were up there, too. Not going to lie, they have points already. Lazarus were in the mix. We just counted them out because there was only a solo player remaining.
Yeah, with 5 kills.
If Adam gets on the quiet side now and lets these guys fight it off, there's no saying in what he could do as a solo player late game. This could be a one-man performance turning things around for Adam.
I want to do the math. Can we get the overall? Yes, perfect.
Look at this. He was up there.
So 69.5, he's going to be on 79. Oh, he needs like a top 2, top 3, and a couple more kills.
More kills, he's getting them. You can see he's lining them up here. And that's a solo player. There's no knock here or anything. It's just like as soon as he goes down, it's an instant he can run the other way.
Yep, Adam.
And he has that entire side of the circle here. So that's a headshot. One more tap should do it, and that's want to be him down top 6 guaranteed now. But look at the bullets. 13 in the chamber and 0 spares. There's 22 here. He needs to get the loot now.
And it was Lazarus 2, right? That were.
You need to get the loot, Adam. You have no bullets left, buddy.
Yeah, can we get the overall leaderboard up again? I think it was Lazarus 2 that were.
Adam, it's out of the.
No, it's Lazarus.
Now.
Oh.
The crate is out and the blue.
No, so he's on Lazarus 2. He needs even more kills. And he needs a.
Oh, he's on number 2.
Yeah, so 612. He's going to be on 68.
That's way down. Oh, damn it. I thought he was on number 1.
If he can get number 1 and get like 4 more frags, but that's very, very ropey. I'm not sure if that's going to be possible at that point.
Damn it, I thought he was in number 1.
No.
That's so unfortunate.
And with 5
Let's not
teams
count
left,
it out anyway.
No,
Now we build up the hype. Now we have to bring it.
We can't count him out, but he's the last chance to lose.
Yeah,
he needs to basically take out 2 more squads.
I was going to say
on
he
his
needs
own.
to kill 2 of them.
Steal some kills though, Toby. It's entirely possible.
Oh yeah. It's just like I don't know how it happens. He needs to really be good at stealing.
But Sizzlin's looking right towards him.
He has a half chamber left too. He has a half magazine left in his gun.
Yeah.
And 13 bullets and no spares in the other one.
I think due to a fortunate turn of events, Simplicity might run away with this whilst they wait it out in the lobby. But Adam is the only thorn in their side that could potentially ruffle the feathers and bring the victory, steal the victory away from them.
Whether he wins it or not, he still is able to climb a ton of placements.
Indeed.
If not already, then he will be making his way into 2nd place off of this game. We'll have to see, of course, have to wait and see how exactly things are going to unfold. Adam, steal a kill. Adam.
He's too far away, way too far away there.
Isn't that the squirrel? Adam.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Steve.
Oh, Steve, yeah. I know the meme you're referring to. McShow on his own for Churamice.
Oh, it's Ellen. Yeah, never mind. That's a nade.
Oh, that's a big nade onto Matt Shao.
You're stealing all the kills,
Just
Mime.
4 teams remaining now. And Sizzlin has an idea that Adam's waiting it out somewhere to the south of that circle.
Heard the shots
Such a tough position for him to be in.
Those shots were fired early on towards the last Zenith player, and that should be the info for Javish that they should at least take into account, or like hold an angle. Oh, did you see him?
I don't think he's seen Adam rotate.
Yeah. We saw him, but of course...
We've seen him because we've got a big marker above his name, Toby.
that does
but as he moves away from Yapish, it puts him close to Mime. Yeah. Oh, Mime and Adam are about to lock horns.
Solos going against one another. Mime is the one moving.
Oh, he's looking at yeah,
there's no way. Adam was not moving.
No? But he does know he's there. He must have seen him.
I think it's just anticipating the angle. You can see him turning around now. I think it's just anticipating the angle. Like, he just wants to hold it until the next circle pops because he knows that there's, like, it's to be anticipated that this would be a normal place to push. Yep, he's not seeing anyone. He's jumping around. It's just him holding an angle.
Oh,
like
Adam, just wait. Just hold on, buddy. Hold on.
He hears him run, too. He hears him run. He's waiting for him.
He's just waiting it out.
Look at this foliage. There's no way in the universe that you can spot a person here.
40 seconds before this blue starts.
Mime, we're running the wrong way. Give Adam your bullets. Drop some ammo, bro.
Lazarus, you need like a 10-kill game plus and a first-place finish. That would be unbelievable. You need a very fortunate set of circumstances.
Let's say he can do it with 3, just to keep the hype alive.
Okay.
At least he can get 2nd place, right?
Maybe.
Last circle closing on in now. You got to start moving at him. He has the first ace, of course, but he doesn't
still
have
just
boosters.
Playing so carefully. Mime's actually turning around now. He might see Adam snaking through the grass here if he looks over.
He spots him. The thing is that, yeah, this is going to be tricky. Does he
wow.
want to take those shots and give up his position or not?
And he doesn't know if Sizzlin can see him. Yes, Sizzlin does see him.
Yeah, the blue hit him, and that's what spotted him. That's going to be Adam out. Mime gets the kill from the backside. He was holding that angle for the longest time, and Adam goes out in 4th place.
A valiant performance of Adam there from Lazarus too.
Great effort. Gotta give it to Almost, though. They're in there with 8 kills still.
Yeah, they've done some very, very good work here in the final map of the evening.
Yeah, Mime.
Now just have 3 teams remaining. 2 versus 1.
Pat Caps wanting to make sure that there's no one hiding behind that tree, but then he gets shot at from the side. You can only see the top of their heads from this position, but Jabish want to get a good finish after the tournament here.
Yep. A tentative end to what's been an extremely explosive final map. Everybody wants to get a W.
Finishing off with a melee game and everything, of course, being on the line here in the final game. Ooh, that's a good headshot from Slizzle.
And again, more accurate shots towards Mime. And a good smoke. A bit of portable cover there. Going to chuck another one down behind that tree. Mime is under a high amount of duress there. Interrogate knocking him out. And here we go, everybody. It's Caps and Interrogate versus Sizzlin. Sizzlin and Christim.
No helmet
your piece versus Envy. Across the no man's land. The final moments of our GLL Wingman Season 7. Sizzlin wanting to put Caps out of the server, and he does exactly that. Now they just have to wipe up Interrogate. Christim walking, trying to catch Interrogate off guard. They're just trying to sniff him out. Now he's got such little HP. If they bombed him together, this would certainly go in their favor, but they don't want to misplace. They don't want to take a misstep. One more bullet will do it. Sizzlin, though, healing up. They don't want to throw this away. They want to get the W without any mistakes. Can Interrogate pull off this 2 versus 1? He's doing the best job he can. All the smokes and utility coming out, Toby. And now he just runs into the blue. Winner, chicken dinner. Your piece with just 2 kills. But that first place finish. And if our calculations are correct, Toby, we do believe our champions will be Simplicity.
Gotta give it, though. Adam, 6 games this game. Mime in there as well. Mime, a player we haven't seen a whole lot from this tournament at all. So great effort there in the final game to step up. Arguably a little too late to step up, but in the end, could be placement points secured. That in the end could give you a good chunk of change.
Indeed. Let's get those highlights rolling of this very explosive match that's just taken place.
It was interesting from start to finish. So many teams had a chance, especially with Simplicity dying out. We see it right here. Early on, they did get themselves a few kills, though, secured themselves somewhat of a bounty. And then this one from Run. I mean, they were just hitting shots all day.
Yeah, I think that the teams that were in contention are going to be slightly disappointed, considering Simplicity did fall about midway through the game. But credit to all competitors involved. Everybody really did lay it down on the line. We saw some of the names that hadn't had great showings throughout the evening really step it up, including the likes of Mime. They should be very, very proud of themselves. We're going to get that final leaderboard up on the screen shortly so we can confirm everything and crown our champions here of the Americas at GLL Wingman Series 7. Toby, what a run.
Looking at it there, I don't think that Pat Caps intended to jump out of the circle and die. I think he was trying to run along the side, but he has so little HP that one tick from it ended up killing him. That was unfortunate. He was really giving it to them. Like, he was doing everything to stay alive.
He was doing everything he could to stay alive and take it down to the wire. And yeah, it was the blue, ironically, that got the final kill of the game.
Unfortunately, that's just how it is.
Yep, Toby, everybody at home, we're just racking up the points to see exactly where we stand at the end of the tournament. What a few weeks we've had, hard-fought competition across Europe and the Americas. Congratulations to Macri Maleko on their championship. taking the lion's share, $40,000 away in the European side of things. And yeah, now shortly we'll be able to confirm as we get our scoreboard up for Game 6 of exactly what's happened in the Americas. It's almost that finish out on top with 13 placement points and 8 kills. Yapish got the 20 for first place, but with just 2 kills, they fall 5 points shy in second place. Lazarus 2 in third place. They wrote quite the story with a rather harsh ending, finishing in third. Envy in fourth, and Chromice in fifth.
Will be interesting to see how far up Lazarus makes it off of that good finishing off there. And Simplicity, of course, the team to keep track of, sitting in 17th off of that game with just 5 points.
And Simplicity with just 1 placement point and 2 kills, hold on to first place, and they are your America's champions with 97 points, everybody. We will crown them your GLL Wingman Series 7 America's champions. Congratulations to them. Pros Don't Snake in second, and Piantaus representing Brazil in third. And there's Lazarus boys, both squads in third and fourth. So close.
Gotta give it to Adam. He surpassed the other Lazarus team with that final game there. That's gonna be, I mean, the other team were the one to kill them early on, and then he came back now and saying, you might have killed us at Miramar, but we indeed were the ones to finish out the game.
Indeed, and so Simplicity, a massive congratulations to them.
Sure.
They played some very solid PUBG duos throughout the entire tournament, and when it all came down to the wire here in Game 6 of the Grand Finals for America, they did just enough. I think it was about 9 points in between them and second place.
Really
and that's it, everybody. Toby, thank you so much. Pleasure to be working with you as always. A big shout out to Rene, Tyler, everybody else that's joined us along the way. Of course, to GLL and Black Molly for producing the whole show. I've had a blast. Toby, what about yourself?
It's been amazing. It's been great to see all these different regions colliding in multiple different ways and seeing literally the best of the best. And honestly, to me, because a lot of these players will be seen at the GLL Grand Slam, you don't want to miss it, guys. We've seen what they can do here. Yeah.
Absolutely do not want to miss that. That's what's up next for GLL. So keep an eye out for that. And everybody, that is it for GLL Wingman Series 7. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring it to you. A massive congratulations to Maka E Mleko, the champions of Europe, and of course Simplicity, the champions of the Americas. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time.